Well, hi. How's it going, everyone? How's it going? How's it going? How's it going? Hope you guys are doing wonderfully today. If you're unfamiliar with me, this is my intro. I go by Mechanical Beanstalk. I'm a variety streamer who tries to do more off-the-radar games. That includes indie games or retros that haven't really had a spotlight shown on them in a while, or modded games, or games that have a very strong community presence. Today we're back to our unofficial Warhammer 40,000 Sundays. Still unofficial. It's probably eventually just going to be official, right? But yeah, excuse me. We are going to be playing a little bit of Warhammer 40,000 Rogue Trader. It's the second campaign that we've actually done in this particular cRPG. The theme for this particular campaign is that we are using a mod called Toy Box, so we can make a space halfling rogue trader, essentially. And yeah, the backstory for the space halfling rogue trader, which are Ratlings in the Warhammer 40,000 universe, is that through a kind of like, well, I don't know if we decided it was going to be like a clerical error, or is it just going to be, I think what I wanted to do was a partial clerical error, partial, it's a, what's called a death warrant in the, I know where the death warrant is in real life, but a death warrant inside the Rogue Trader warrant of trade is that you get a death warrant. It's kind of like a political move to kind of get you out of the spotlight. So the whatever Imperial official that actually assigned the warrant of trade to this space halfling wanted to kind of get him out of the picture. He was in charge of a colony of halflings, or well, Ratlings rather, and he it wasn't really politically convenient just to have him killed when he has like voices of dissent about how the Imperium was actually doing things. So we ended up over in getting our own warrant of trade. So we're playing the Teawhistle dynasty, right? And we're going through our campaign, trying to making our name for in the galaxy. We're just about to go into the Lex Imperialis DLC. The way I understand it is that the prologue actually has like 1 or 2 missions for the Lex Imperialis that are new, and then once we finish with the prologue, then we can actually go back to 𝕽𝖊𝖊 𝕿𝖗 and get the new companion and get a lot of the gear and do more of the Lex Imperialis DLC, which is probably what we're going to focus on. My plan is to play a little bit of this, maybe eventually not play every single week Rogue Trader, but eventually until we get through the Lex Imperialis DLC, get through that, maybe do some side quests, and then when the next 2 DLCs come out, or every so often, we'll just keep on playing that. That's the long-term plans. But yeah, if you do like what you see, be sure to like and follow and subscribe on YouTube and Twitch. I really would appreciate it if you would do so. We can look at my little Teawhistle Dynasty coat of arms here. Coat of arms, one little teapot. Yes, awesome. But yeah, let's see here. Anything else? Like and follow and subscribe. I already said that. We're going back. We got everything good. We have let's see here. Audio good. And video feed good. Everything looks fine. We got all of our halflings together in a nice little fellowship. Well, yeah, maybe I should play the. Oh man, if I play it though, I'm gonna get copyright strike. Whatever. I don't need a YouTube channel. Let's see here. Let's see. Fellowship of the Ring. OST. Let's see. Do that like really quick so I don't get dinged on it. Give me 1 second. Come on, commercials. Got it? No? Yes? That's fine. I'm good. I don't want to look through this whole thing. I'll just do it my own thing. I'll hum the Fellowship of the Ring soundtrack. Smoking pipe weed, eating pies, eating salty pork. It's all about overindulgence for my halfling dynasty. My headcanon is that the ship is primarily made out of space halflings. They breed like crazy, right? So it's just well overpopulated. I have another mod that I'm planning on using in space combat, which swaps out the model for your ship to a different model of Imperial ship. So planning on making it a little bit more bulky. It's like there's wall-to-wall halflings. These breed like rabbits. So, yeah. On my downtime, I cleared out a lot of the NPCs, a lot of the baddies, all the cultists that we actually saw in the previous campaign, so not really missing much. I noticed that there was this one cutscene that we triggered the first part of Lex Imperialis DLC. We weren't able to really do much last time, because I didn't really know when it started specifically, but now I do. My understanding is that this next cutscene is going to start a little bit of Lex Imperialis. Like I said, after we finish the tutorial, then we're going to go back, and we will get the new companion and whatnot, so anyways. Space Popo. Space FBI, rather. Look at that good boy. Look at those shotguns. There's the new guy. Solomane Grundle or something, whatever his name is. Pantywix. Oh, Pantywix Garfunkel. Hi.
Arbitrators, secure perimeter. Formation 4755. 𝕿𝖗, heal.
A powerfully built man among the fighters quickly surveys the battlefield. His face, determined and impassive, recalls those seen on statues of heroes of the Imperium. His gaze remains trained on you as he raises an iron fist. The huge cybermastiff immediately stops snarling in your direction and goes quiet at the master's foot. Its stillness punctuated only by thick globules of blood dripping from his metal fangs.
Dr. Exacting Solomon Antha of the Adeptus Albetes. State your name and the purpose of your stay on Rykadamanoris.
Although his voice sounds even and calm, his shotgun is pressed into his shoulder, a position from which one might easily raise one's weapon to open fire. Let's see, I am Lord Captain Guppo Teawhistle of the Teawhistle Dynasty, successor to the deceased auntie, my auntie Theodora von Valentius. I have come to this world on personal business.
So, Theodora von Valentius is dead. I will deliver this tragic news to Marshal Strax. I honor the pact your predecessor made with the Adeptus Albetes. I won't keep you any longer.
Okay. Honor the pacts, which I think what are people doing here? So is Captain Guppo is all a little bit nervous about the dog. That is one fearsome looking dog. I am impressed by its performance in battle.
That skirmish just now. 𝕿𝖗 didn't even get to show off a tenth of what he is capable of. But he is quickly catching up with me for who's killed the most heretics today.
Might I inquire about the nature of the arrangement between the Arbites and Theodora, my auntie? My dear departed auntie?
Your predecessor made a formal alliance with us. She provided us with a headquarters on Dargonis and supported us in the collection and guarding of the Imperial tithe on several occasions. We, in turn, assisted Lady Theodora in enforcing the law on the worlds under her control.
Okay, that's pretty cool. And may I ask what your people are doing here?
Removing obstructions to an official inquiry. My unit and I came here to investigate the disappearance of one particularly valuable ship, but the mutinous scum got in the way. Now we are having to deal with them too.
I see. What do you know about the situation on the planet?
Only that the governor is failing in his responsibilities. This is a planet-wide rebellion, and it reeks of madness, or worse, of witchcraft. The rebels are blinding both themselves and others, and their ravens are the most insane and unholy thing I've ever heard.
Is it not your duty to help the governor regain control over this world?
Not every uprising demands action by the Adeptus Albetes. For now, I'm simply assessing the situation, and if our investigation requires that the rebellion be crushed, then we will intervene. Still, the governor had best put a stop to this bedlam. He is not here to just sit and look pretty.
You mentioned something about a missing ship?
It's about a tithe ship. A vessel loaded to the brim with planetary tithes, amassed over a considerable period, suddenly went dark as soon as it departed 𝕽𝖚𝖊𝕿𝖗.
That's not really good. I think mostly the Imperium really cares about the Imperial Tithe if things go wrong. Like even, I think some, of course, heresy if it kind of gets out of control and it's very hotly advertised. But like small heresy, like chaos cults that are on a planet, they kind of just leave that with the Inquisition and the Arbites, stuff like that. But the Imperium as a whole, the High Lords and stuff, they really only spring into action and bring out the big guns if the money stops flowing, you know? What does the stolen tithe entail? Captain Guppo licks his lips. Money.
Resources that every world is under obligation to relinquish for the good of the Imperium. In the case of 𝕽𝖚𝖊𝕿𝖗, they include the ceramited explosive reagents produced on 𝕽𝖚𝖊𝕿𝖗, armor glass, medical supplies, and guardsmen, a living tithe to be recruited into the regiments of the Astra Militarum. Cargo like that is particularly dangerous in the hands of heretics, as it can be easily converted into wealth or used for military purposes.
I see, and what do you intend to do next?
Fight our way to the local administratum palace and ascertain whether a fire or some other disaster hasn't destroyed the documents related to the investigation. I hope the clerks were smart enough to put the records before their lives. If the Emperor favors us, we will extract the data we need, or else interrogate the survivors before we pay a visit to the governor. The questions we have for him are beginning to pile up.
I see. The cyber mastiff lets out a low growl and leans forward somewhere to the side. Solomorn fires a shot in the same direction without even looking. You hear a stifled, gurgling rattle.
Arbitrators, eliminate the surviving rebels.
I think that's yours.
Now is not the best time for conversations. With target practice standing around like this. Unless you have more questions, I will proceed with my assignments.
Give me 1 second, guys. Give me one second. 1 second, guys.
Okay. I was just wondering how everything was going because Nick hasn't returned any of my messages.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. Real life issues came up. But hello, I'm back. I'm back. Hello. Let's see here. Video. What? Winter's glaring at me.
I'm not glaring at you.
That's what? Okay, Winter is giving me a knowing look. Knowing look? How would you describe it?
Looking at you. My eyes are just.
Well, you're going like this.
No, that's just my eyes, you weirdo.
Winter is using your eyes on me.
I'm looking at you.
Yes, you're looking at me.
You're so weird.
I am. Yes, I am weird. Okay, let's go back to the DLC. Anyways, arbitrators eliminate the surviving rebels. There's coffee in here. Delicious. Vitamin C. Let's see here. Yeah. Arbitrators eliminating the surviving rebels. He instantly ejects the smoking casing from the chamber and reloads his shotgun. Ready for combat once more. Shotguns are actually pretty fun in this game. Now is not the best time for conversations. We are target practice standing around like this. Unless you have more questions, I will proceed with my assignment. So the governor, is suspect.
Every citizen of this planet is a suspect, but Governor Medina is under particular scrutiny. Seizing the sacred tithe requires access to information, resources, and power. The governor fits that profile.
Indeed.
Then there's this rebellion. Convenient. How many records and crucial witnesses do you think will be lost? Some people call it cover-up. I do not like how aptly this term describes the present situation.
I am on the way to see the governor myself. You and your unit could accompany me.
I must refuse. Our mission and the Marshal's orders take priority, even over a request from an individual as empowered as you.
I see.
May the Emperor watch over us. That way, this meeting won't be our last.
Well, safe travels to you, Marshal. Wait, no, Marshal? Officer? Dog Master? May your dog have not many cyber fleas. Or something like that. I don't know. I don't know what the appropriate greeting and dismissal in this situation is.
Victory awaits.
I call myself a lore expert. Serve the Emperor in your heart and deeds when you join the ranks of the illustrious army, the Astra Militarum. Okay. Okay, got lots of stuff. I would like to hurry through this part. And I would like to do more Lex Imperialis. Let's see. Well, that was interesting. Blind Madman. We got Rebel Trooper, Rebel Trooper, Rebel Trooper. Wait. Fanatical Old Man, Captive. I kind of remember this scene. That is a combat, though, so I have to approach it very carefully. What's going on here? Pick lock, tech use. Okay. Blind Madman. Yeah. What we got here? Go to the lower level. Okay. So I could go here. Anything else? Should probably like walk around even like the corners, the dead ends and whatnot. Might actually be able to find some treasure that I didn't last campaign.
Won't tolerate weakness.
La 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 la. We are fanciful. We are strong. We are mighty servants of the God Emperor. Look at us.
A revelation was sent to me.
Just a random trap, okay.
Stay faithful, and you will be rewarded. I need to look closer.
So many.
I rise above hardships.
God damn. This guy, you don't want my... You want to give up your treasure, do you?
Your duty prevails. I have proven myself yet again. Accomplished.
Did I get power armor last time? I can't remember if I did or not. Oh, you know what? I know you're probably not in the chat anymore, Divergent, but yeah, thank you very much for the greetings. I do. Yes.
I have proven myself yet again.
Clearly oblivious to your presence, the soldier mutters incoherently and does not react to anything around him. Okay, well, my stuff now. Junk. Trash. Got it. She's so content. Right there. Okay, anything else?
How fascinating.
Okay.
Apparatus on the
Oh, she hasn't so far. Ancient Monocle. Oh, thank you very much for the follow. I do appreciate that. Let me just give thanks fairly quick. No Game Unturned. Thank you very much for the follow. I do appreciate that over on Twitch. Thank you. Let's see here. What do we have here? Ancient Terra Monocle. The lore's where's the lore Imperium test depend on fellowship instead of intelligence, and gain a +3 bonus. That's not bad.
A new challenge for me?
And that's over here. I have to go all the way around here. I kind of want to avoid some combat just to get to the DLC. I mean, I also want to do some combat just to level up my guys, because, like, playing this on hard is pretty tough. Having a little bit of extra levels under my belt would help. Tis what it is. Wait, don't save over that, whatever you do. Go. Go. This is the upper way. I think this is just that dungeon with the machinery puzzle. I think I already did all this stuff in here. Me. Agility makes it easier for characters to dodge enemy attacks. Perception makes the character's attacks harder to dodge. Okay. Sounds good.
Did you check the mail yesterday?
I think I did, but I'm not 100% sure. Let's see, I have been here. Okay, cool. So I have to talk to that person. I have to do that combat. I think you can turn some of the cultists against each other. I'm not really sure. It sounds... This combat sounds kind of familiar, but it is a combat. I remember that from last campaign. Everything okay? What's wrong? Okay. Good morning, everyone. In this wonderful day, I'm gonna have a Disney intro whenever we play Warhammer 40,000 Rogue Trader. Go in the check. Can you let Bomboy out? Okay. This wonderful day for a Rogue Trader. Yeah, we're gonna do a Disney intro. The birds are singing this day in the hive. I don't know what the rats are. Wait, no, it wouldn't be birds, right? There's no more birds on a planet like this. See, the rats are squeaking, and the menials are working. See, captive, fanatical man, rebel trooper. Let's see what we got for cover. We got some cover over here. We can come from this way.
I'll lay claim to the stars.
We can do
Yes.
something like this, and then Guppo,
Doubt is for the weak.
and then
Heresy grows from
tank.
idleness.
And we got my
My
sniper.
faith is my shield.
I kind of want to do heavy weapons. I don't know if I'm going to give heavy weapons to her or not. But I want to do heavy weapons. I want to do a little bit more shotguns. I want to do more poison, but I don't think that's really reliable.
Transcend humanity.
Let's see. Pascal over here.
Blessed is von Valancius bloodline.
Yeah, and generally I just want to do more range attacks for my party. I did a lot of melee last time. Okay.
Know your duty.
What? Stop it! Stop! Stop positioning me however you want, man. I saw these guys ahead of time. Some 10 people, children among them, huddled together in fear. You see that half of them have black holes where their eyes used to be. Oh no! Some maintain a gloomy silence, others are wailing. Several armed insurgents are carefully watching over the terrified hostages, snapping every now and then for someone shaking too much or crying too loudly. Elderly citizen, come to your senses. Eyelid. Look at what you're doing to your own family. A woman about 60, gray-haired but still strong, is kneeling before a stocky man with a thick, pure white beard, stretching her arms towards him. Take pity on us. Let us go. Fanatic old man, stop talking. Embrace redemption. Our children have gained true sight while you still believe the lie. Upon seeing you, the man points his weapon at you. The other insurgents do the same. Who are you and why are you here? What are you trying to save them from, and who is behind all of this? At Aura's behest, Aura is the great prophet and a great warrior. Their face is shrouded, but their gaze pierces the veil of time and sees into the future. I always know the governor's dogs were hiding the truth from us, and now the day has come. A prophet has come to Rykan Minors and opened our eyes. The end of the world is coming, the final dawn, and those who accept Aura's truth will survive it. I mean, it's not the only world we have, right? So... just if there's an end of this world, we'll just move on. That's true. That's true. Nothing lasts forever. Pascal's vox hisses furiously. Layperson, cognition is not your primary function. You're saving your kin by holding them at gunpoint and believing that burning their eyes will grant them sight. If it's evidence that the author of the demagogic teachings that confused you meant you to make a mockery of your deplorable intellect. What are you doing to these unfortunates? I'm the chief, says the fanatical old man. My former name, Eyelid is meaningless now. I'm a father leading his family to deliverance from woes. To salvation! To salvation! Aura has opened my eyes to the truth, and my children will see it. Elderly citizen, Eyelid, spare us! Spare your children! You know, use my social skills on you. Take that. Logic 100%. You've been torturing your own family in order to save them. You've been blinding them so they can see the truth. Logic has succeeded. Those who lack faith cannot grasp the truth and will not be saved. The old man is obstinate, but you sense that the confidence in his voice has diminished. Let's see here. Lord Imperialis. Logic, you think about it with... think about it. What good has this final dawn done for anyone at all? Some have died, some have had their eyes burnt out, some have gone insane. Do you not see the streets? The madmen wandering around, gouging out their eyes? Heretical and foolish? Logic test succeeded, but they said the end was near. They promised salvation. I wanted nothing else. You know, the forces that say that they're part of following the forces of chaos. Yeah, totally gonna bring peace and prosperity to this planet. The man's weapon falls from his hand to the ground. He clutches his head. Elderly citizen, there's no washing the blood from your hands. But you can at least let us go, Eyelid. The ones you haven't mutilated yet. Fanatic old man, just as the other insurgents who lower their weapons. Then he shifts his gaze to you. What happens to us now? Your family will be taken care of. As for you, I condemn you to death! The old man's body falls to the ground. As soon as the hostages see it, they start moving faster and soon disappear around the bend. My god! Destroy them all! Halfling, the Meadow God! Run them down! They think they're bigger than us. How dare they? Dare they show off the heights and their platform shoes? I will not stand for it! Yes, thank you, servant, for bringing me my calf. Oh, another I think I've gotten like 3 or 4 levels in this dungeon so far. This area. We got... I will not turn it down. I mean, as many levels as possible. Okay, so Captain Guppo is going to be a buff, range, and then mostly buff. So, what do we... bookmark last time. Focus. Whenever the officer uses an ability on an ally, that ally gets bonus to their perception and ballistic skill equal to 4. That's their officer's resolve divided by 2. Okay. Interesting. These bonuses stack, but half the stacks are lost at the end of the target's turn. Okay. These bonuses stack, but half the stacks are lost at the end of the target's turn. Interesting. Okay, focus. That's good. Pair it with Molly, the sniper. You can get some really good stuff. Perception, ballistic skill, okay. Inspire courage, personal oversight. Whenever the officer targets an ally with an action, or an ability or an attack, that ally's resolve is increased by +1 until the end of the officer's next turn. This effect stacks is prolonged until the end of the officer's next turn. Each time it stacks. Interesting. Interesting. So you're just like constantly. This actually pairs really well with the noble origin path because you're always buffing like one individual person. Personal oversight. That's good. The officer's resolve is increased by 3. That's good. That's pretty good. Decisive response. Whenever the officer uses voice of command or bring it down for the first time in combat, this ability costs 1 AP less. That's not bad. For the first time in combat. So it's voice of command or bring it down for the first time in combat. Okay, interesting. I kind of like that. Whenever the heroic act is used in combat by any character, the officer's next attack will cost 0 AP. That's good as well. Inspiring speech. Air of authority immediately grants momentum to the target equal to the target's resolve. Interesting. Iron discipline. Allies affected by the officer's abilities gain a bonus to all resistance tests equal to 6. Okay. Lead by example. Whenever the officer uses 2 officer archetype abilities that do not grant an extra turn in 1 round, the officer gains the stand witness effect. The next officer archetype ability that does not grant an extra turn will also affect the officer. Okay. This notification will also affect the officer. Interesting, I guess. March. Whenever the officer uses an ability that grants movement points to the target, the officer also gains half that movement points. Okay. Sure. Whenever the ally starts a turn adjacent to an officer, that ally gains an additional MP equal to 2, which is based on fellowship. Okay. That's not bad as well. Steady. You take aim. Take aim also increases the damage of the next range attack by +5. The bonus is increased by +1 for each cell between the attacker and the target. Okay, interesting. Watch yourself. Targets a move gain an additional +10 bonus to dodge and a +10 bonus to cover efficiency until the start of the officer's next turn. Wounds are no excuse. Get back to the fight. Removes 1 fresh injury from the target. That's pretty good. And heals the target for 1 wound for each effect removed by get back in the fight. Okay. Interesting. Familiar kickback. And then a turret fortress where characters gain stacks and never stop shooting equal to half. Equal to half. Interesting. For characters first reloading combat costs 0 AP. Okay, and we have the noble ability. If the servant kills the target, the noble dealt damage to last turn. Noble gains +1 AP next turn. You protect me. If the adjacent next to each other at the start of the noble's turn, they both gain temporary wounds equal. Some of these are not bad. It's just I think there's better stuff out there. Let's see. We got Medicaid. What I bookmark? Fellowship. Let's see here. Grenadier is always good. First grenade used in combat does not spend AP. It does not count towards the attack limit that turn. That's pretty good. I'm starting to get grenades, but I think I'll wait for that. Let's see. Solid projectile weapon. Swift movements. I think, what are we doing? Decisive response. Whenever voice command, bring it down for the first time combat, the ability costs 1 AP less. Or should I do focus? Whenever they're, let's see here. Seems like there's better stuff that I could be doing though. Whenever the officer uses an ability on an ally, the ally gains bonus perception, ability skill equal to 4. Stack. So if I keep, I think I'll get this. That's good for buffing my sniper. Willpower, ballistic skill, fellowship, agility. Agility is always really good. Ballistic skill. What do you have for ballistic skill? Probably need to up my ballistic skill a little bit. Okay. And Adira, just DPS. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? If the operative attacks a target affected by exploit from a distance of 9 cells or further, let's go back to psychic power for a second, actually. Aftershock. Every time the psyker deals mental damage from any source other than aftershock, the target suffers half as much mental damage at the end of its next turn. Okay, that's good. That's pretty good. Mental breach. Enemies that have taken damage for the Psyker at least once. And keep in mind, she's not a sanctioned Psyker. She's like an unsanctioned Psyker. So I think a lot of her abilities are unique to Adira. Enemies that have taken damage for the Psyker at least once suffer an negative 20 penalty to all resistance tests against the Psyker until the end of combat. Not bad. Mind Siege. Enemies who have failed the willpower resistance test against any of the Psykers at Psychic powers will suffer an additional +6 direct damage each time they suffer mental damage until the end of combat. Okay. Anytime an enemy becomes the target of any particular Psyker ability for the first time, this enemy suffers -5 penalty to their intelligence and perception. The Psyker's intelligence and perception increase by 2 until the end of combat. Pain channeling. Whenever the Psyker kills an enemy with a Psychic power dealing more damage to the target's wound, the ceiling damage will be dealt to the enemy closest to the target. That's not bad. Maybe this if nothing else. Because that's... I've definitely done over damage before. Enemies suffering from blinded, stun, or mobilized and prone effects inflicted by the Psyker suffer 10% more damage. It's not bad. Let's see here. Psyker Minoris. I could do that. I think Psyker Minoris is just good to get ASAP. Let's do that. Lore Imperium, Medicae. Let's see, Tech Use, Logic, Imperium. Buff that up, I guess. Control Dash. Dash is pretty good. I know that. I think all of them are pretty good. The soldier immediately dashes in the selected direction, spending all of their movement points. Does not provoke attack of opportunity. Allows the soldier to dash through allies and enemies, but not through obstacles. Okay. Concentrated Fighter. The next area attack made by the soldier. Soldier deals 100% damage and has an additional +20 dodge reduction. A lot of these are really good for like heavy weapons or like multi-hit weapons. Not necessarily for sniping. I didn't really expect her to be a sniper. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have her sniper as a secondary, and then main weapon is going to be heavy weapon. Soldier immediately spends all of their AP and MP and gains plus 30% to cover efficiency. Next time a soldier uses a running gun, they gain back all spent AP and MP plus 1 additional AP. Also resets the cooldown of all other soldiers' abilities except for running gun. That's not bad. The soldier's next range burst attack will have a base rate of fire doubled, but deal 25% less damage. I think I'll do dash. Awareness. Athletics Medicae is pretty good. We got 40. Athletics 30. I think someone else was doing athletics. So I'll do, I think, demolition. And he's just melee damage. Acrobatic artistry. Blade immediately returns to the cell where they started from the start. Yeah, this is pretty good. Just rewind time, more or less. Let's see. Blade in his hand. Any blade dancer attacks made for a sword deal plus agility bonus and additional damage. This bonus is doubled if using a two-handed sword. I might just do this. This is static damage bonus. Pascal. I guess I'm going to do... I kind of want to... I mean, I didn't really use Pascal a lot. When I did use him last time, I used melee plus shotgun. But I kind of want to try something else. But the thing is, I don't think you can actually... Like, it seems more logical to use like either a pistol or a shotgun for his offhand weapon. So I think I'll just specialize in shotgun. So he's going to be right up front dealing damage. So he needs... so he's like mid to close range DPS. Fresh target. Whenever operatives attacks enemy, there's full wounds. Suppose weakness costs 0 AP. That's actually not that bad. Whenever the operative triggers, one of the things I need for Pascal is I need him to spread his, since he has that ability that lets anyone deal extra damage against people with analyze stacks on them. I need him to get as much analyze as possible and spread out the analyze. I don't know, triggers an enemy. I need him a lot more analyze whenever he does it. While the operative's perception bonus is 10 or higher, they gain +1 AP and ignore enemy's deflection. That's pretty good. Good for a sniper. This, like, an officer is very heavily like sniper based. If the target of analyze enemies has 2 additional exploits, target has 1 additional suffers 1 additional exploit. Yes. Yes, that's fine. Let's do that. Logic, tech use, awareness, knowledge Imperium. How are we doing on Lord Captain Guppo Teawhistle. So, Medicaid. Let's just do tech use. And then my tank, the Metal Guard. Let's see, Sworn Enemy, Endurer, Taunting Scream, Forceful Strike, Breakthrough, Sworn Enemy. Sworn Enemy is pretty good. Regular Strike is pretty good. I think Breakthrough might be good. Sworn Enemy. If the target attacks a warrior during this round, the warrior gains +1 AP. Yes, let's do that. Better die for the Emperor. Fill the slaughter. Timely rescue. While Astro military commanders on a regimental tactics effect, killing an enemy. Adjacent to any ally grants that ally an additional +10 momentum. Ready to serve. Whenever Imperial character is affected by an ally's non-damaging ability or affects an ally with such ability, their resolve increased by 1 for 1 round. Stronger together. All allies including Xenos in the current. Do I have anything down here? Hold on. Let's do. Do we have grenade? Start giving people a grenadier. Or movement bonus. I'll do swift movements. Cool. That's fine. I like that. Excellent. Excellente, pace picante. Cool. All right. Okay. We leveled up. Nice. Hopefully we can get to the DLC ASAP.
I won't tolerate weakness.
The Emperor gave me a vision.
Fanatical old man. What do you got, fanatical old man? He has a bolter, does he? Bolt pistol? Okay. Okay, old man. Oh, he has grenades. It's actually not that bad. Give me your stuff, old man. Maybe there's something there was something to this heretical nonsense you're spouting. Join up at your nearest Astro Military Mobile Conscription Center. Cool. Propaganda. Look around.
Awaits.
Get some trash and or, treasure. Mostly trash. That's okay. I like it. We love trash. Goods. More trash. / treasure. Got here. What's this kiosk? Anyone home? Can I buy something? The goods in the stall are stark contracts to the rest of the nearby shops. The jars are labeled all-purpose synth powder. Fills you up no matter what. Made in Necromunda's best factories. Ooh, Necromunda product. Nice. That's pretty good. Necromunda is pretty far away. I think Necromunda is actually closer to Terra, to Earth. Let's see. Where are we going now? Where are we going? Let's go find our trash. Do you have trash? Give me some trash. Where are your Where is I want to loot everything here. Want to loot everything here. I want to talk about Warhammer 40,000 lore today. I'm not really sure what to talk about. Like, I wanted to go to... Every single week, we kind of go back to our PDFs from the Rogue Trader and Dark Heresy era role-playing games. Kind of look it up. I'm not really sure what specifically to talk to. I think we've already talked about, ships, Strixus, the Orc class. We've talked about some Xenos. We talked about, the last couple of weeks, we talked about the potential influence the Ragna had on the Chronos experience. Let's see, I think that's where we have to go. Survive. What does it say? Can I actually see this? What is it? Success is measured in blood, yours and your enemies. Cool.
I'll lay claim to the stars.
Lovely propaganda. I wish owlcat would actually put those out as PDFs. Command center? Cool. Yeah, I think this is the governor's command center. So I think we're here. Cool. Yeah, I'm not really sure what to talk about. I was thinking one of the things we can do if we're talking about Warhammer 40,000 stuff, we can brainstorm, plot hooks, adventures for characters for a Warhammer 40,000 role-playing game. Just for funsies. But I would like to do that, definitely. So maybe I will do that. Not necessarily today, but eventually. Okay, reach the command center. Talk to the governor. How dare you? Let's see here. We got bullets. Formidable shells for large caliber weapons are being stored right in the command center. Cool. It's so hot in here. Look at these heat waves. Welcome to the Reichad Minors Command Center.
A new challenge for me?
Governor's bodyguard, 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 bodyguard.
They're scrabbling around, digging into my skull from the inside. Ah, it's like nails dragging down these metal walls.
I see.
I have conducted a visual survey of the locale. The bunker's metal cladding is fully intact and undamaged.
I see. Yes, of course. Governor 𝕿𝖊. Does he survive? I can't remember. Talk to him. Governor 𝕿𝖊. The tall, dark-skinned man turns towards you and greets you in a curt, military manner. Facel Rakadi ab Medene Coronas, Governor of the Star System. Welcome to my temporary headquarters. I'm not seeing the convoy sent to meet you. What happened? Did they fail to find you and escort you? If so, I promise that their punishment will be swift and severe. But your convoy was ambushed and massacred. The only surviving soldier turned out to be a traitor and was personally executed by yours truly, Lord Captain Guppo Teawhistle. That's an outrage. I'll have to personally... the personal vetting procedure changed immediately. The slightest suspicion will be grounds for arrest. Governor 𝕿𝖊, your lordship, before we proceed with discussing the matters that are of interest to you, I have a question I felt compelled to ask. It is only recently that Lady Theodora was the head of House von Valancius. I have received no word of her demise. How is it that you are now a rogue traitor? What are you trying to say? That Ratlings cannot be rogue traitors? Well, if you're talking about my auntie, she died at the hands of cultists. May the Emperor incinerate their souls. Governor frowns and a deep shadow covers his face. Rogue traitor von Valancius, slain, unthinkable. Please accept my deepest and most sincere condolences, your lordship. Do not hesitate to let me know how I may be of help. Commerce, I need fresh crew to replace those killed on the attack of my ship, and I need material compensation. Commerce test successful. The governor bows his head. Power factor gain 2. I think I might be able to actually trade now. Of course, your lordship. You'll be compensated for any losses. I'll see to it personally that your ship's hold are filled with the finest goods and my personal reserves. I can offer you several thousand fine, obedient servants. However, I'm sad to inform you I won't be able to do it until we've dealt with the insurgency on the planet. So I'm sure you won't have to wait long. The rabble will soon be duly punished for their heretical scheming. Let's see here. I kind of want to play Captain Guppo like a little bit of an asshole. Are you so confident that you will crush the interesting soon? My own impression has been the exact opposite. Is that so? Governor maintains his composure. I'd like to hear your reasoning. Listening to people's communications. Artifacts and performance. Or sorry. The raiders are too well organized, too informed, too well armed. There are signs of indoctrination into heretical beliefs. They are clearly being directed by someone competent and charismatic. Governor, you are dealing with an arch-enemy cult that is growing at an alarming rate. Governor's eyes darken, but your unwavering gaze makes him give in. All right. Perhaps I've underestimated the mutiny, writing it off as a rabble's unusual nonsense. However, if it does involve corruption in an underground cult, this needs to be investigated. I'll assign additional resources to it and take the issue seriously. You have my word, your lordship. Is there anything I can do on this planet in this system while I wait for the end of the revolts? There's a Navis Nobilite station in the system, but those hermits do not do business with. Can I just, like, not help them? That'd be interesting. Not even I have been invited on board. However, they've been known to make an exception for members of the Rogue Trader families. Perhaps they will make one for you. Oh, I have to talk about them. My kinsman, my auntie's, my cousin, Conrad Votfir von Valancius, has been betrayed our dynasty and the Imperium. If he's hiding in the system, I want him handed over to me. Votfir is a traitor? Why? Any family, however noble, has an unworthy scion or two. Naturally, we'll surrender him should we find him within my jurisdiction. Unfortunately, I have no information regarding this location. However, the governor pauses to think. We have a cogitator here at the command center. It's expected. It's connected to a data crypt from the Lotus Abyl Sanctum. It aggregated all the Lex mechanic reports. Unfortunately, the access prayer for it is unknown to me. If you manage to convince the stubborn machine, you might learn something about Conrad's movement. I hazard he fled from you on a ship, not a pair of wings. What are you trying to tack down to me? Tack down to me? You think I'm shot? Heinrich von Kallax, an interrogator of the Most Holy Inquisition, is operating in your system. Do you know where he is? I do. Master von Kallax is left for the hallowed electrodynamic cenobium. It's an ancient monastery of the Adeptus Mechanicus. I don't know what his objectives are. Needless to say, insurgency activity has been observed in the monastery's vicinity. But I suppose that it's too petty of a problem for an agent of the Most Holy Inquisition. Besides, I've already sent a small detachment of reinforcements there. I kind of wanted to, kick Heinrich's out of my party, because I feel like Captain Guppo, being a Ratling, he wouldn't really trust the Inquisition or personal assassins. I mean, technically, he is an abhuman. He's protected by Imperial law, or he's not hunted down by Imperial law, but he's still not he's not a pure human. So the fact that he's a rogue trader would put him a little target on his back for a lot of people. So I don't know. I don't think it's wise to have a member of the Inquisition on our ship. Governor Medina, the weapon insurgents were using to shoot down kettles to the city has been destroyed. Nothing new is preventing you from returning to your ship. If you wish to find Master von Kallax, you should go to the cenobium of the Adeptus Mechanicus. Those of anxiety creep into a voice that rattles from Pascal's Vox. On behalf of the priesthood of Mars, I, Magos Hanuman, am officially initiating and participating in this operation. I must expect the state of the relic and assure myself that it is under zero risk of falling into heretical hands. According to the Catechism of Maintenance and Operation, my tech comrades were supposed to lock the monastery gates against lay people and activate traps. I'd even optimal that an ordained Magos should provide this assistance. Yes, of course, whatever you say, Tech Priest. Categorically object. The governor clenches his fist. As much as I respect the sanctity of your monastery, I have on my hands a whole capital that needs to be attended by the omniscience servants. We have lost many eminent tech priests. Incidentally, one of them perished at the same monastery. Mechanical failures could occur at any moment. Putting it bluntly, you may consider yourself forcibly recruited into the city's defense forces. Medina and Pascal glare at each other, their unyielding gazes like crossed swords. This Magos is part of my retinue and under my protection. You have no right to give him any orders. You mistake me for a fool. I know he arrives separately from you, and I would bet my life that no... The governor's voice dies down a low growl of the drilling mechadendrite. Its tip is directed straightly at the bridge of his nose. But then he clears his throat and grumbles slightly. So this is the negotiate technique you have resorted to? Do you think this is the first time I've been threatened with a weapon? No, but it could be your last. Pascal's voice is akin to a sound produced by his drilling implement, steady and calm, but ready to explode at a moment's notice, with the crushing of bone and squelching of tearing flesh. Ew. I am heading to the monastery because I must. Is that clear? The governor mutters through his gritted teeth. Abundantly so. Magos. Say nothing and do not interfere. Your lordship, I trust you will grant me a place upon board your shuttle. The Adeptus Mechanicus will be grateful for your cooperation. Sure. As compensation for your consideration and request, I, Magos Hanuman, officially undertake to accompany you in the Rygat system in the role of bodyguard, protect you from all costs until your life function cease, but only within the limits of the Rygat system. You're Hanuman? Medina says, glad you're alive. The governor waves his eyebrow and stares at the tech priest in surprise, but refrains from further commentary. Is the name Hanuman raised any... Should I know the name at all? The governor looks at Pascal with curiosity. According to the reports we received, Lagos Abel Hanuman set off for the hallowed electrodynamic cenobium a while before it was stormed. I'm glad to find out you're safe. Perhaps you process information on Master von Kallax? Pascal's vox rasp in confusion. My name is Pascal Hanuman, not Abel. I know nothing about such a person. I see. Governor Medine, I intend to gather information on this person calling himself 𝕽𝖊𝖊 I do not exclude the possibility of it being an alias of alias of my mentor, the Archmagos Amornant. I will suggest that you inspect the esteemed locust sanctum, but he was destroyed by the rebels. We recovered several data crypts and connected them to the cogitators at the command post. They might provide you with the same information. That is all I wish to discuss. Cool. Combat arsenal transferred to the command center in full. No damage sustained. Okay. Oh. Oh! My buddies. What's going on? This presence places on the command of the Adeptus Arbites. The arbitrator marches forward relentlessly and halts one step away from the governor, looking down at him. Governor Medine, in the name of the Lex Imperialis, I, Proctor Solomon Anthar, arrest you on suspicion for involvement in the theft of the shipment of the Imperial tithe. Okay, this is definitely going to take a little bit of a different direction, isn't it? This didn't happen in the vanilla game. Taking into account the state of emergency on this planet, I'll permit you to retrain your authority under my direct supervision. From this time forth, you will give the Adeptus Arbites your full cooperation, in particular by transferring command of the strike groups and other resources to me. Governor Medine, though deathly pale, proudly raises his chin. Arrest me? Transfer my resources? Your demands undermine my efforts to suppress the rebellion. Excuse me, Proctor, but this accusation of stealing the sacred tithe is simply... He stops under the arbitrator's oppressive, merciless gaze. Denying guilt only adds to the suspicion against you, Governor. Now, let us go over everything else one more time. The tithe was stolen from your world. You are culpable for this incident, whether you are personally involved or not. You'll provide the resources I have requested without objection, as this measure serves to reestablish control over the planet. Comply or I'll consider your refusal an obstruction of the investigation and take steps accordingly. Governor Medine, it seems I'm left with no other option than obey your will. As his law-abiding servant, I honor the word of the Lex Imperialis. Medine shoots you a quick glance, unless his lordship has anything to say on the matter, that is. Captain Guppo smiles. I would never think to oppose a servant of the law. The governor puts his hands behind his back, either to appear more confident or to hide the tremor in his fingers. In that case, please accommodate yourself, Proctor. Before I give you the access codes, I must... Solomon, give a protracted self-exonerating statement. There's no need. All information required of you will be obtained during your questioning. Without witnesses, be your personal guard or the rogue trader. Just you, me, and 𝕽𝖊𝖊. The cybermaster lets out a heavy growl that sends a shiver down your spine. What is your plan, Proctor? What is your plan, Proctor? I like the cut of your jib. Somewhere, stop the heretics from taking over the starport and the other locations critical to the investigation. At the same time, we'll crush the heretics' resistance. Most of them are hiding amongst the commoners, and a series of concentrated strikes against the residential districts and infirmaries will send them running. That's when we'll finish off the rebel carrion. Blood of the throne, I will be governing over nothing but ruins and corpses by the time you're done. Solomon, have faith in my methods, Governor. I am not going to depopulate your world. After all, it needs to be continue paying the tithe. Yes, that's true. These people need to be put into the army. Let's see. Why do you think the rebels are hiding among the civilians? It's not planned. Proctor only Harsh Managers can restore order. I recommend not taking civilian casualties into account. These people are in need of a good lesson in pain and fear. Solomon, there's a difference between effective tactics and terror. You are referring to the second. This world must not lose more people than is necessary, or Rykad minors will struggle to return to serving the Imperium. I suppose. What do you think the rebels are hiding among the civilians? They could have shelters elsewhere. I noticed from a few intercepted Vox exchanges and a couple of scumbags we've interrogated, but first and foremost, I know from experience, such mutinous rabble always feeds off its families and associates who provide a source of recruits to support its ranks. And of course, there is the heretics' contemptible habit of using the local population as a shield. We'll need to flush them out of their nest and starve them of resources. I wish you luck in your investigation, Proctor. Honor meeting you, of course. Cool. Interesting. Cool. Hopefully I don't have to wait too long before getting this guy in my party. Can I talk to him again? Okay. Glacier. Look at this puppy dog. He's adorable. Look at him. He's just a puppy. What's up, puppy? Okay.
Follow my lead.
So, let's see. We can go back to Tech Priest, Quartz Crame. I don't need to talk to him right now. Return to Void Ship. Let's see. Let's do Return to Void Ship. So I think we can actually trade more stuff from the pirates. So the intent for alignment this campaign, we're intending to play more radical rogue trader. Use the weapons of the arch enemy against the arch enemy, but not necessarily specifically a heretic, but you know, some heretical stuff. Okay. Yes, awesome. Soul Powder, Chainsword, Reaper Cape. Gives 12% dodge reduction to wearer's melee attacks. Oh, that's not that great. We have some medikits. That's not bad. And force grenades. I'll take it. So we have 11 profit factor, and we need what? Like 12 and 13 for a lot of this stuff. Morse Pattern Act, Blinding Grenade. Pneuma Boots for 11. Wait, I can't. Oh, I have to. I might be able to get it. You're choosing the charge ability costs 1 AP less. I might be able to do it. Hold on. It's like tradable. Yes. Pneuma Boots. Using the charge ability costs 1 AP less. I'll take it. Anything else? And Reflective Shield. Can't get anything else just yet. But I gave the boots to my tank. Boots. 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 Okay. Charge ability costs 1 AP less, which is pretty good. This early in the game, negative 1 AP is pretty good. Pretty good. I think I got a new weapon, didn't I? Let's see. One-handed melee, soul pattern chainsword, officer chainsword, soul pattern chainsword. 20. So extra armor pin. Let's see. Yes, that's fine. Okay. Beautiful. Chainswords, I think, are my favorite melee weapon in Warhammer 40,000. This don't really make any sense. Like if enough force was applied, like you have to have like force from like the swing, and there's actual force for the the cutting implements inside the blade actually have to be like very strong. I know. It's just a ridiculous weapon. I love it. But let's see here. Cape. I have a cape. Does anyone need a cape? What do you have? Let's do 12% dodge reduction to wearer's melee area attack. Yes, let's do that. Okay, cool. And it's dark too. So, and I have Lore Imperium test depending on fellowship instead of intelligence and gain +3 bonus. That's not bad, but I think I already have this. Wearer gains additional +1 resolve when they kill enemy. I need to actually unlock some. Let's see here. There is some Twitch drops I need to unlock. Okay, let's do electrodynamic Cernobium, and we have bunker, and we have the starport. Okay, let's go here. Yes, that's fine. We have more grenades, more Medicaid pats. That's pretty good. I remember when we first played this, it was still pretty early in the game's development, and I think most of the NPCs in this thing were bugged the last campaign. So whenever they died, they would T-pose. So we just have a field full of like T-posing corpses. Very immersive. Let's see, Warden. We'll cover your lighting area, Lord. Glory to the Teawhistle dynasty.
Weakness.
Awareness.
The premonition runs
They were on the same
true.
wardens the governor sent to the monastery's aid. Interesting. Okay. Lower Imperium.
I rise to the
The pieces are
occasion.
molten at the edges. The statue was likely blasted apart from a barrage by a multi-laser turret, the type of found on a landing force shuttles. Okay. Let's look around. Let's see. Look around. Look around. Jump up and jump and get down. Athletics. What's this?
Ruinous favor prevails.
What? Oh, goods. Oh, cool. Yeah, we have grenades and Medicaid stuff. Nice. Okay. Jump up and get down. Jump around. Let's see here. We'll just do that. Do this. Grenades are fun. Grenades are fun. I got a lot of actually Medicaid kits now. Nice. Cool. Boop. Medicaid kits. And what else can I do? That's, and then that's. That should be enough. Cool.
None shall stand in my way.
So we got goods. Gimme. I love goods. Yes. Excellent. Excellent. Yes. Go through that trash. Get it. Lore Imperium, 65%.
Excellence
Lay people
matters.
unworthy of entering the hallowed Cenobian humbly said their prayers next to this communal altar. Okay, cool. Don't remember this part in the Cenobium.
It's about time.
Open the gates. Okay. People. Binary Kim awakens the gate's latching mechanism. Okay. Sure. Anything else? Go. Let's go. Let's go. For trash. For load screens. For load screens in hearth and home. Excellente. 1 second. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Is everything running okay? Yeah, it looks like it. I have a feeling my stream might have been split up over on Twitch. Still running. That's what it is. I should probably say, guys, if you haven't already, be sure to like and follow and subscribe on YouTube and Twitch. I really would appreciate it if you would do so. Go ahead and hit the like button and the follow button and the subscribe button. YouTube and Twitch, trying to build up my YouTube audience to 500 just for the future. But anything you could do would definitely help me out. If you can just jump in every so often. I stream Wednesday, Thursday nights, Saturday, Sunday mornings. If you can jump in, just lurk, even that helps. But yeah, whatever you guys decide to do to help me out, I do appreciate you guys. I just want to let you know.
A new challenge for me.
Me. This man is dead. Thank you. Killed. They didn't even have time to reach for their weapons.
Glory be, motive force. May its dulcet light shine in our nospheric coronas. May its vitality nourish our augments. May its purity wash over our imperatives and engrams.
Sure. A mercifully quick electrical shock was not what killed this cultist. His face is contorted in pain, as if he was tortured. Fun. You note that the wire junctions are often marked with the symbol of a key that appears to connect two lines. I think I have to... From last campaign, I remember having to flip a bunch of switches and then come back here.
I'll lay claim to the stars.
I think there's an ambush here. Let's go the other way. Me. What we got here? Open door. There is no wounds on the heretic's body, but his face is contorted in terror, and his eyes are bloodshot from the ruptured something.
I'm not satisfied with that answer. I will repeat my question again. The last electro priest you killed, where did you find him?
Burn in the fire of dawn, servant of the corpse emperor!
Heresy! Naughty, naughty.
Another one meets the limit of his utility. The last of them.
Ratlings everywhere. The tall, dark-haired man sizes you up. Sizes? What are you trying to say? With a quick glance, supernatural chill is making the air around him crackle softly. The expensive fabric of his jacket is stitched with gold thread and marked by several reddish-brown stains. A forced sword and a vox hang from his belt, and the emblem of the Holy Inquisition glitters on his chest. Interrogator von Calyx, I presume?
Yes. Well, since you know who I am, and are in no hurry to kill me, I infer that you serve the Emperor, not his enemies. Allow me to introduce myself. Interrogator Heinrich van Kellox of the Imperial Inquisition's esteemed Ordo Xenos. With whom do I have the pleasure of speaking?
Shadow. A great big sun-eclipsing, chain-weaving shadow. I can see the threads, myriads of them extending toward us all, and all of them creeping off toward him like snakes, shrouding us in poison. My, oh my, do I sense trouble, and it's right in my throat. It itches.
So a lot of our predictions do actually come true, from what I remember. Hey Don, what's going on? If you're playing, is it that you're playing Road Trader again? Yes, hello. Did he say he represents the family of Cyril? Yes, Cyril. Let's see here. The deer recoils for the interrogator. It is difficult that the shadow swings from end to end. Puff of black smoke comes out of the psyker's mouth and dissipates at once. A great big sun-eclipsing, chain-weaving shadow. I can see the threads myriad of them extending towards us all, and all of them creeping off towards him like snakes, shrouding us in poison. I think he's just like, she's just predicting how he was involved in the overall plot of this game in the background. Kellogg's the mercantile militant. How's it going, Dom?
A psyker. Interesting. And a diviner at that. Even more interesting. Are you sanctioned?
Do not answer that, Adira.
Don't you Inquisition me. I'm under the Rogue Trader's protection.
Adira's predictions are seldom wrong. I will be watching you.
And I will be watching you. Now that we have declared our intent, let me ask again. Who are you? I like Heinrichs well enough, but I think, like, role-playing wise, I don't really want him on my ship. Rogue Trader Captain Guppo Teawhistle of the Teawhistle Dynasty. Von Valancius.
Teawhistle.
To the best of my knowledge, that dynasty is headed by the esteemed Theodora von Valancius. Has there been a change of circumstances?
Awesome, as per usual, despite being forced to retaliate lemons, at least I am realistic and humane enough. Let's see, has there been rebuild? Theodora is dead. My auntie has been slain. Slain in battle by the enemies of humanity.
The news is lamentable. My condolences. And I presume the heir to the sacred warrant of trade and the lofty title of Rogue Trader is none other than yourself.
You would be correct in assuming that.
Well then, what precisely has brought you to the sanctum of the Omnisire?
I'm here to collect you. I am under orders from the Lord Inquisitor to offer any assistance you may require. After which I am to provide you a safe passage to footfall aboard my ship.
Then the timing of our meeting is fortuitous. I am requisitioning you and your retinue for my task.
Heinrich ruminates silently on what you've told him. Then he makes a of satisfaction.
I came to 𝕽𝖚𝖊 𝕿𝖗 on a mission, which a rebellion prevented me from fulfilling. The governor is convinced that malcontents from among the rabble were the instigators, but I immediately suspected a more sinister presence at the root of the mutiny. My visit to the monastery and a few unhurried conversations with some of the rebels confirmed my suspicions.
Heinrich glances at the dead body at his feet. So that assures that things are blessed in my spaces. Excellent. Ave Emperor. Gloria in excelsis terra.
Someone by the name of Aurora is leading the rebellion. Data indicates that the head of the cultists is here right now, in the sanctum of the ancient reactor. Given the prophecy of the final dawn, and the special efforts made by the enemies of humanity to seize the monastery, their goal is to gain access to the holy power source's control circuit and trigger a process that, once started...
Oh yeah, I remember that fight.
In other words, to detonate the reactor, thus being themselves the cause of their much-touted final dawn.
Blasphemous insanity.
The tech priest's visor flashes and it turns in a bloody scarlet. A soft hum of some activating system is heard from under his robe. Bzz, bzz. Let's see here.
This wretched planet's troubles are none of my concerns. I am taking you to the ship, and now.
Perhaps I haven't made myself sufficiently clear. In the Lord Inquisitor's absence, it is I who embody the will of the Holy Ordos. The Inquisition is fully intent on thwarting the vile prophecy that threatens doom for an entire planet, and I am not leaving the 𝕽𝖚𝖏 system until any such threat is removed.
Very well, very well. Let's join forces. I'll help you with this, Aurora.
Thank you. Regrettably, the governor's people showed themselves to be unprepared for the perils of this place. And extracting blade shards from a person's stomach is beyond my powers. I hope that a rogue trader's retinue will prove more capable than a group of soldiers fresh off the base.
Of course, of course. The finest Metal Guard warriors are under my control.
I am positive that not all of the electro-priests within these walls have perished. The heretics spoke of shadows emerging from side alleys to make short work of the cultists invading their abode. I surmise that the entrance to their hiding place is somewhere in the hall near a machine known as the Circular Cogitator. I imagine it's one of the local sacred relics which the electro-priests treat with special piety.
Indeed, indeed.
Dom, was going to make two accounts that harass World of Warcraft Ascension moderators, but I was technically guilty for enacting someone else's anger. Okay. It was fun regardless, so I chose to behave. I'll be muted for 6 days. I was actually guilty. Well, you know what? Life is short. Do what you gotta do. Choose party member. Okay, I have to have Heinrichs in my party. Who am I giving over? I like Adira. I kind of want Adira in my party. I guess we can give up 𝕽𝖚𝖏. I have to have Wait. Yeah, I have to have Heinrichs in my party. That sucks. I guess we're giving up 𝕽𝖏𝖏. And we're doing pots. Because I kind of want a tank. That sucks. Oh well, that's fine. And I tried to make Heinrichs a range healer last time. So let's try something different for him. We'll give him a little bit of healing. So he can be a little bit more useful. But we can just do melee this time. Ooh, another 4-sword I can give to my guy. That's nice. He's doing auto pistol and sword. Interesting. Well, let's level him up. Let's see what we can do. Save. And he is a warrior. Okay, warrior. Good. So we can do charging. We can do like dual, like two-handed weapon for him. That would be fun. Contempt, Desolation, Easy Target, and Rage. Epicenter Slaughter, Blade Fury. Oh, we should probably bookmark a lot of this stuff. It was a retaliation for previously banning me for verbally defending myself in a social platform. Was it? Wait. It was on the actual. It was the Discord channel or the Twitch channel, or what was it? Just out of curiosity. Let's see here. The enemy attacks the warrior warrior's next melee attack. So we're not doing melee or tanky stuff. I guess we could do tank stuff for. That would be interesting. Doing a tank Heinrich. Because we could do it, couldn't we? Wait, we could. That would be interesting. Contempt, Desolation. Where is it? Miss melee attack. I think we're just gonna do DPS. We already have a tank already geared out. Contempt, Desolation. Warrior's melee attack deals an additional +4 to enemies that have no allies and adjacent cells. Sure, I guess. Easy target, where his critical damage increased by 8% of the enemies not armed with a melee weapon. Sure. Enrage. Warrior has less than 50% wounds. They gain plus 12% critical hit chance. I could try making him into like a berserker maybe. Epicenter Slaughter. Thick Skin. Warrior gains +1 damage deflection. Blade Fury. Each use of slash increases the damage dealt by slash by +1 until the end of the combat. We can always do like AoE Blade Fury stuff. I don't think. Wait. I think there are two-handed force swords in this game. I'm not 100% sure on that. Let's see here. I get along fine with others. It's just the Inhumans in chat. The Inhumans in chat don't actually socialize, but enact terrorism in the form of instigation. It was in the world chat of the game. Oh, okay. Let's see. Cautious disengage. Attacks of opportunity. No. See, attacks of opportunity would be good. Like Pathfinder, Wrath of the Righteous, they had out weapons with a little bit more reach, like 1 or 2, 2 or 3 space reach with their melee weapons. So, like, attacks of opportunity were a lot better in that game. But there's, like, all the melee weapons are 1 square. War against +3 damage deflection against the first attack made by every enemy this combat. Crowd kill and the area attacks deal an additional 3 damage for each enemy in the area effect. Maybe do like area of effect. Area of attack melee. Whenever warrior takes damage, they gain +13 dodge. Yep. Defensive stance. Warrior does not attack this turn. Disarm. Whenever warrior uses a single shot attack or a single attack, the warrior gains +11 armor against that attacks made by that target for 1 round. Field medic. It allows the warrior to use medikits without the medikit skill. Also, warrior gains gains an additional +3 wounds when a medikit is used on him. Sure, why not? Whenever the warrior is hit while under the Endure effect, their damage deflection is increased by 1. Okay. Impotent. The damage dealt by charge is increased by 7 when the ability is used for a distance of 5 or more cells. I like that. Interception. When the warrior parries an attack, their next warrior archetype costs -1 AP less. Invigorating Hatred. The warrior ends their turn near an enemy affected by sworn enemy ability. The warrior gains +5 temporary wounds. Not bad. Let's see here. Living Shield. Enemies with a -10 penalty to their hit chance with range attacks against the warrior for every enemy in a 1 cell radius around the warrior. Stacks up to 3 times. Let's see here. And given that I'm Dom, and given that I'm actually saying something and not just anything, and it's unprofessional, the moderators do even inquire about this situation to solve the immaturity of undeveloped exploiters. Resolve to. Let's see. Opening strike. Charge and push increase the damage of ranged attacks made by the affected enemies until +9 until the end of combat. Does not stack. Sure, I guess. Ramming speed and uses charges by 3 cells. I think that's pretty good. I might actually do that. Like a charge thing. Reckless Fury, Rigorous Trait. I can do actually, hold on, wait. And she's charge resistant by 3 cells. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's a good utility thing. Rigorous Training, Reckless Fury. Whenever the wearer is hits with Reckless Strike, the attack scores guaranteed critical hit. That's pretty good. Restraining the warrior becomes incredibly death. Charge and slash do not end the warrior's movement and grant +14 dodge for 1 round after use. That's pretty good too. Shearing strikes. Whenever the warrior uses slash with 2 melee weapons equipped, the warrior deals damage from both weapons. Maybe. Destined. The warrior's Psyker's armor increases by +5. This bonus increases by 5 at the start of every round except the first. Edged on. Enemies adjacent to the Psyker suffer 10% more damage. Yeah, so he's supposed to be geared for more melee. Eternal Glory. First time momentum reaches 200 during the Psyker's turn. The Psyker gains +5 to all characteristics, +1 to resolve, to deflection, +1 damage to the Psyker deals until the end of combat. Hymns of Hatred. Critical hits scored by anyone within the Psyker's line of sight, and increase the Psyker's critical damage by 1 until the end of combat. Psalm of Heroes. The Psyker's Sire is increased by 1 until the end of combat every time an ally uses a heroic act. It's not bad. Sanctified Slayer. The Psyker's critical hit chance increased by +4%. While under 40% wounds, Imperial War characters get +10 bonus to characters since +1 resolve. Yeah, I might actually make him like a melee berserker kind of character. If no character in party has the same archetype in the character, no, that's not going to work out. Blade of Lights. Force weapon attacks deal +1 more damage and have +5 more armor penetration. Good. Enforce Reality. No, I'm not going to enforce reality at all. Inscribed Skull. It costs no AP but deals direct damage to Psyker. That's pretty good. Obscured Threat. When the Psyker is not in the target's line of sight, the Psyker is in cover. All resistance tests of the target suffer a -1 penalty. Okay, interesting. Psyker, whenever Psyker uses damaging psychic power on the target, the 6 cells or further, that suffers +3 damage. That's pretty good. Psyker Minoris is pretty good. All of these guys are pretty good. So boop, 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 boop. Sacred Rituals. Psychic powers have a 25% chance to regain AP spent on psychic powers within the Veil Degradation is 10 or lower. I'm going to have tons of Veil Degradation. I'm going to break reality aside. I'm going to summon a bunch of demons. Who cares? Psychic powers have a range of 2 cells or more, have the range increased by 3. Always pretty good. Stabilizing Factor. First psychic power used each turn increases Veil Degradation by 2 points less. I do not want that. Let's see here. Stabilizing Factor. Psychic power used each turn increase the Veil Degradation by 2 points or less. Still put in mind if it is resolved, increased by 2. While degradation, supplementation, it can use damaging psychic power while being threatened enemies with melee. Pretty good. Adrenaline Surge. First round of every combat, all psychic powers with biomental discipline costs 1 action point. Pretty good. Biophysical Distortion. All Psyker's attacks, including the psychic powers, now poison enemies. Poison actually deals 6 toxic damage. It's 6 toxic damage, which is psi rating based. Okay, interesting. Let me catch up a little bit. It's strange that they endorse the alienation of that sort of behavior, but cigarettes me for more human than their lazy perception can manage. They can tell each other the words I use are too much, but they don't exactly communicate for real or the duty that they promise themselves they'll speak. But yeah, so sorry for vent. No, it's okay, dude. If you want to vent, go ahead and vent. I thought that I should answer in full given the sensitivity of the matter. That's fine, man. I just want this, the chat and the community to be a place where you can vent, essentially. Just do what you want to do, dude. This is good. Try that. I should probably get biophysical distortion for my my melee psyker as well. While the psyker is healed or heals an ally, the character being healed is already at full wounds. The character instead gains temporary wounds equal to healing. This temporary wounds do not stack. Corpus Conversion. While an enemy adjacent to an ally dies, that ally gains stacking Corpus Conversion effect. If multiple allies are adjacent to a dead enemy, one is selected at random, and the psyker's next psychic power that targets only the psyker. Although the target with the Corpus Conversion will work, and the psyker's priority is 2 point higher, will not take the fail. Not sure. Deterioration when the effect applies by the psyker increases the damage suffered by a target. This effect is increased by half. For example, 20% increase becomes 30% increase. Not bad. Pulse of Life. Whenever the psyker heals themselves or another character with psychic power, or the effects. When the psyker heals themselves or another character with a psychic power or an effect applied by a psychic power, this healing can critically heal with a chance of 15%. That's good. Critical hit chance is increased by the effects. Increased critical chance. Yeah, that's good. Sanguine Siphon. Each time the psyker deals damage, they gain +1 in Sanguine Siphon effect. If that damage was dealt to a target adjacent to the psyker, they gain 2 stacks instead. When the psyker suffers lethal damage, that stacks of Sanguine Siphon are removed to reduce this damage by -1 for each stack until either stacks are removed or damage is no longer lethal. That's not bad. Strange Vitality. When the psyker or the allies or the psyker themselves are under the effect of psychic powers, they gain +5 toughness for each of these effects. That's not bad. Let's see here. Strange Vitality. Athletics, carouse, creasel. Let's see here. Xenos. Doop. Lord Imperium. And bolt weapon. Proficiency expert. Breaking point. Let's see here. Chain weapon expert. Sure. I think force weapons are supposed to be counted as power weapons for talents in the pen and paper game. But I'm not sure how that actually works with this game. So, defensive maneuver, shield bash stuff, do weapon combat. Not sure if I'm going to be doing that, but boop, doop, and then boop, and heavy armor, sure. It would be interesting to try out a tanky Heinrichs. It will not die, increases wounds by half the character's rounds. Melee, weapon specialist. Sweep ability of the axe and its shove ability of the hammer costs 1 AP less, but no less than 1. Nimble. Yes. Plasma power weapon expert. Yes. Shield mastery, swift movements. Okay, so we got them all. Recommendation. So, I was going to do the one that was let me run around. Let's see here. I was going to get the thing that lets me run around. Increase charge distance by 3 cells, yes. Toughness, weapon skill. Let's see what we got. Weapon skill 40. Ooh, we need to pump that up a little bit. Endure strike. Sworn enemy breakthrough. Taunting scream. Release a terrifying scream drawing the attention of their enemies will become the primary target of enemy who fails a resistance test for 3 rounds. Let's do Purred Soul, Shield of the Emperor, Biomancy, Divination, Enfeeble, Invigorate, Restore 5 wounds to the target, yes. And Lower Xenos, Lower Warp, yes. Let's see here. 40 weapon skill, what do we have? 40 agility. Let's do weapon skill there. And we do Sacred Minors, yes. And athletics, coercion, demolition, Medicaid. Medicaid would be good. And what else? Yes. Now poison enemies. Deals 6 toxin. Let's do Sacred Minors. Already got that. So let's do biophysical distortion. Cool. Daring Breach also grants plus 10 movement points for until the end of the turn, until the end of combat. War against plus 4 MP for each kill. You may use their MP when the attacker using abilities for 1 round becomes the priority target for every enemy hit. This turn melee attacks deal an additional strength damage. Yes. Contempt. So, a lot of stuff, isn't it? Clenched. So let's do. There's lots of stuff. Secure threat, psychic barrage, blade of lights, force weapons deal plus 2 damage and have torso. Yes, that's good. Let's do that. Toughness, ability, strength, agility, willpower. Deal that. Sworn enemy, reckless strike. Wait, what was it? The one, forceful strike, was it? War gathers all their might for a crushing strike. The next melee attack pushes the enemy away. The distance of push is equal to 3 cells that is by strength. Ability cannot be used with a heavy rock saw. Okay. Great. Let's see. We catch up with you, Dom. Force weapons are according to this lore or channel power, so the subject is able to null diffusion, but in simple terms, it is a power weapon. Yeah. If anyone else uses a force weapon that's not a psyker, then they just treat it as a power weapon. Force weapons can immensely be more powerful than a regular weapon, or even be upgraded power weapon. It can channel blast like silly Dragon Ball nonsense. Yes. It can also shoot medium range if the user is well practiced. Yeah, I think so. I don't think the pen and paper games didn't have a rule for that, but I know there was an option in the lore. War gained as other might for crushing strike. Let's do more spells. Seal the Emperor. Until the cycle's next turn, all allies affected by Word of the Emperor increase their deflection and armor by whoop. Enfeeble is pretty good. 8% strength penalty, which is increased by psychic power, psi rating. Let's see what else. Metabolic overcharge. Did I do a lot of this stuff? Metabolic. There's a lot of stuff that I didn't get to last time, did I? Regeneration warp speed is pretty good. Fire Majoris and Feeble or Invigorate. Regeneration is pretty good. Until the end of the combat, the target recovers 3 wounds at the beginning of each of their turns and removes one toxin, stunned, immobilized, blinded, bleed, fatiguing effect. If the target has several effects, they remove effective skill randomly. If Invigorate or Enfeeble, Psycho Majoris is at. It's a ways away. Sword of Faith. Let's see here. I don't actually have it, do I? Psychic power costs 50 momentum and can only be used when momentum is 175 or higher. Until the end of the combat, the weapon in the Psychic hand is replaced by sword made of sheer will. The sword has a single target attack and can area attack. It can be used to release a cone of fire or a line of fire like a flamer. The damage of the sword is in the same as of Purge the Soul with all the bonuses. If the Psyker was using a force weapon, all the bonuses for the force weapon remain. For purposes of talents and other bonuses, the Sword of Faith counts as a force weapon. The power can be used again, increase the damage of a sword. It doesn't have any requirements. Where are requirements? Oh, no, it does. Psychic Terminus. Okay, that's a ways to go. Hammer of the Emperor or Light of the Emperor. Okay. Let's see. Divination, Pyromancy, Enfeeble. Enfeeble is pretty good. Invigorate, already got that? Yes, I already have it. Metabolic Overcharge. Ally, yeah, I don't think I got a lot of this stuff. The target ally immediately gains an extra turn with twice the number of their normal MP and 1 AP, but their body is subject to severe stress, making them suffer 5% of the maximum wounds damage at the end of each turn until the end of combat. That's fine. Every action the target makes during this extra turn will also trigger damage. Okay. Regeneration warp speed was really good. Psycho Majoris, Enfeeble or Invigorate. Let's just get Enfeeble. Get that out of the way. Destined to eternal glory, but I'll die for the Emperor. We just serve. Second sight. Psycho's pack the range of 2 cells or more. Have the range increased by 3. Yes, let's do that so the buffs actually work as well. Cool. Good. Took a while, but it was good. Let's see here. Radiation. But the radiation is not as strong as the actual blade. It's more like hot air slapping in the face. I would assume that the Force Sword counts as a regular close combat weapon in non-Force Eater's hands. Do Force weapons have their own power core? Not sure. I think so. The Force weapons smith could hit at 8 inches in older editions. Interesting. Let's see here. So the damn Inquisition forced his way into our party. Always meddling. Okay, and that seems okay. Let's see. Let's do like that. Cool. Take a look around. Hi, Ricky. Can I give you better armor? Let me see. Ricky, what's going on? Long time no see, Ricky. Let's see. Chainmail, Flak Vest, 30%, 75, 75. Let's see here. 30%, 15, 25%. And what else can I give you? I don't think I really have anything too crazy for you. Sure. And that's fine. Cool. Let's see here. Take a look around.
I won't tolerate weakness.
You see an evil blanket. Got it. Okay, take stuff. Sniper. I think it was even 12 at one point. Okay. So what we do? 9, 10. What we got here?
I won't heed your
Hey!
cries of
No!
mercy.
You dare
No.
cross the faithful?
Uh-oh. How dare you? You got me. You got me. You have been ambushed. The battle begins. Let's go around. It's just quicker this way. I wasn't trying to save scum, honest. It was a bug. Yeah, it was a bug. Yeah, my interface froze up. Yeah, that's it. Every ranged weapon in the game has effective range and a maximum range. Hit chance at maximum range is halved. Yes, makes sense. Boop, boop, boo, doop, boop, boop, boo. Don't forget to grab your trash.
None shall stand in my way.
Can I? Okay. Do, 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 do. Oh, I see my goods. See my trash. What we got here? Old tin can. Yes.
Stay faithful.
Aha, I knew it.
And you will be rewarded.
Okay. Tin cans. People need to recycle more in the distant year of the distant 42nd millennium.
It's about time.
I think there's an ambush here, isn't there? Okay. What's going on here? On the maladies of machine spirit and the ways of diagnostic divination. Ah, yes. An exciting read, that is. What we got here? Kills were killed with the hit to the back from some kind of electric weapon. I'm pretty sure there's an ambush up here. Circular cot. Oh. Circular cogitator. Electrical priest hiding place must be nearby. Okay. What are you doing? Ah, yes. You must be purified by the most force, blasphemer.
Take a knee and bow before
I love those ambushes. Let's see here. No one else is down here, so Electro Priest. Can do boop. And then charge.
Everyone, step aside.
Cool. And then do combo? Like do I don't oh, Siphon Life. Okay. He doesn't have the chain lightning. It is what it is what it is. Let's see, we got that. Can we do Where we going? Leave me alone. Electro Slam.
Me.
Look at this design, man. Love it. I think Adeptus Mechanicus is a pretty fascinating faction to delve into. There's a lot of lore that they haven't really been focused on. And I find the Electro Priest to be very cool. Not necessarily just all about the machine, like the physical machine, but also like the kind of like the I don't know, like the spiritual side of it. Like they tend to the motive force, like the active like motion of the turning of a gear, right? They can like leech away your kinetic force or apply it to themselves. They're like kinetic vampires. It's pretty cool. God, who is next? We have that weird battle music that's like Ori in the background. Let's see. Primaries need more than barrier charge packs in the 42nd millennium. Spug Brand 2. Well, firstborn shields were self-regenerating. I can see your characters using shield packs. Primaris? Let's see. It's kind of cool. I like the idea of Primaris in Warhammer 40,000. I don't like the fact, like story-wise, where it I don't know if this is kind of silly, but it's less likely that like normal buffed human characters are able to take Space Marines. And it's kind of a silly thing to say because that's what they're designed for, right? They're super soldiers. Like your average Imperial citizen couldn't compete with a Space Marine, but like the firstborn Space Marines, at least in novels, they could potentially lose to a fight with a very skilled augmented soldier. Like if there's if like you're a hero in a role-playing game, a 40k role-playing game, and you have like, you know, bionic arms and drugs and psychic powers and enchanted swords and stuff, you can slice through some Space Marines just fine. But I don't know, like it just made when Primaris came along, it just feels like it's weird to potentially see that if it ever happens at all. I don't know. Yeah, that's just me. But let's see here. Let's do who is next. Priest. I can go over here. And then I can do chop, and then I can do shotgun.
Advancing. Combat is an equation.
I can do shotgun.
Your life is a negligible
Make sure I don't hit my friend here. Cool. And then I can do until the operator's next turn, their allies' attacks also remove exploits and deal +5 more damage. I like that ability. That's I think a lot of people in the Rogue Trader forums that I've seen, like the subreddit, they don't really like the operator very much, but I feel like operators need other operators in order to make them more useful. Like you could stack analyze enemies, and you can use stacks of analyze for use in like other abilities, because you can like stack them like really high and then use them for like tactically, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know, maybe like at least two officers and like one operatives rather. Operatives is what I was trying to say. Operatives can use analyze enemies, and then one officer can be there too, like get additional attacks or have them go out of order, stuff like that, you know. And plus you could have operatives with that are also psychers, so who knows. Taking barbarians, millennial adaptions, and gifts, yeah. But yes, but comparably, a human can start from nothing and use almost anything. Yeah, true. But Primaris are given almost everything, and yet they use shield packs. No perpetual engine. That's true. Okay. Do that. And you... Let's see. I have these guys. So 3 I can do. I do Ort. Let's see. Can I do like this? Can I charge right here? Right here, and then taunts all of them. Yes. Go. And then get that. Then slap. Yes. Doing a lot better. We're kind of starting to get to the point where, you know, like the initial like weak starting character is starting to kind of wear off a little bit. Like we're starting to get a little bit stronger. Like you could definitely feel it.
Focus, Van Kellogg's. Focus.
My armor is contempt.
Okay. Molly. Wait, is Dira? No, she's still alive. Okay, cool. Dira, Officer Molly. What did she have for her backup one? I think she had Flamer, wasn't she? So I could do Flamer on these guys. Let's do Run and Gun.
Rejoice in service.
And then what do we have here? Dash. Immediately it dashes and selected point, spending all their movement points. It does not provoke an attack of opportunity. Allows the soldier death through allies and enemies, but not obstacles. So I could do this also. Yes.
I will not be deterred.
Cool. And I can do a second one. Or yes. And try not to attack. Yes, try not to hit my tank.
Rejoice in service.
It said he was able to get attacked. I don't think he's... I think he somehow there's a bug. He's getting covered by the cover. Here the Primaris are now 1 wound. Oh, I haven't even heard about that. I've not been keeping up with the tabletop war game at all. I think if I ever go back to it, I want to do what was it? The skirmish version of the game, just so I don't have to invest a lot of time and money in it. Kill Team. I want to try out Kill Team. Let's see, dash. Let's do. Move over here, I guess. Okay. We got or. And can I do? Let's see here. Go over here, and then I can do. Let's see here. I think they're immune. They might be immune to electricity. I'm not 100% sure on that. But can I kill both of these guys? Let's do. Let's see that. Do this. Actually, let's go boop, and then do boop. And do this.
Was that
Yep.
you?
That should. Well, I guess no. He probably won't die the next turn, but that's fine. And then do boop. Blind. Blind is pretty good. Captain Guppo. Only has 30 hit points. They're worthless now. There's Neanderthals. But I was thinking Eldar Sisters, Custodians, Necrons, and some Orc variants would just be get more wounds. But no. Play narrative. I have to add sight rating to 1 to all Eldar. I have to add 1 null rating to all Sister. I have to add 1 to both, to all Grey Knights. I have to add 1 wound on all the species I mentioned earlier. Let's see. Let's go back. Get out of melee.
I shall not fear.
Got it. Or can I kill this guy? Molly, yeah, let's do that.
Already done.
Officer Molly.
Suits my purposes.
And I can do. Let's see. I can do this. 52% chance to hit. And then do you.
Nothing I
Give you another
can't
chance to
do.
hit. Don't want to. Immediately moves and dashes the direction, spending all the movement points. Wait, can I use it? She doesn't even have any movement points, so how do you spend your movement points? That's fine.
And so shall it be done.
Okay. Whatever. I mean, it works pretty well. Okay, let's do yes.
Actions will speak louder than words.
Again, doesn't get hit. Weird. Von Karlux. Got here. Swipey swipe.
Be gone.
Cool. And doop-a-doop-a-doo. Yes, that's. And charge.
Alas, no.
Charge you. Charge you. Charge you. Enfeeble you.
Let's see to it.
Let's just heal.
Naturally.
Cool. Good enough. We got.
Stop it!
Stop it! Cool. And where are you, Pascal, my friend? Pascal, my friend. Let's go swipe you here. Let's see here. We got that, and then this should be 2 AP, 2 AP. So go here. Right. Then get hit. Wait, no, I should hit both of them, right? Yes. Here we go. Cool. Dude.
The spiritual prognosis is favorable.
That's.
Successful.
Then boop. Ah, no, I missed. That's fine. Do 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 do. Bye. Okay, cool. And where am I going over here? Where am I going over here?
I will not
What
be
am I
deterred.
doing here? What even am I doing here?
And so shall it be done.
Let's see here. Slash this guy.
Another step towards
Slash
our
his
ultimate
kneecaps,
victory.
little man. What are you doing here? Do 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 do.
Rejoice in service.
Cool. But
I shall endure everything with
ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
unshakable faith.
Narrative is fun though. You can use house rule. Yeah, like any of your units can use the weapon off of corpse for one turn, making shooters and Halo more possible. Like Halo more possible. Okay. But it also has to be in canon. If you're playing a purist, you don't touch others' weapons. If you're an orc, you can't use anything for. You can use anything for refurbishment. In size difference matters. You cannot use a power fist if it's attached to a corpse. Too small for your dreadnought to use, for instance. Makes sense. But I do allow stupid things like using a spear of a dreadnought for one swing as regular Astartes, but you are sufficient to unwillingness. Yeah, that sounds totally reasonable. Moral checks in turn your units against you. Okay, makes sense. Molly. 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 Okay, can I do... do like this, and then do,
And so shall it be done.
and then do.
Actions will speak louder than words.
Yes. Cool. Excellent. Can I do anything else? I don't think so. Yeah. Dira. Endearing. Let's kill him, I guess. Kill.
On it. Be gone.
And blind. Who are we blinding? Blind, please. He already has blind. And blind. Always good. What am I doing here? What is going on? Let's see here. I'll get Molly. Molly Somali. We got that. We got this. Okay. And we got do this.
The Emperor commands.
We got that. Attack them both. Cool. Fun. And then Molly, you can just rush again. Sounds fun. And then you have one more attack. 9 through 15, 9 through 15. Let's see, 62. 72, yeah.
Not a problem for me.
Boop. Let's kill this guy. Let's kill this guy until he's dead. We're getting a lot more healings. That is cool. A lot more healings for you. It's stats. Yes.
I won't object to it.
A lot more healings for you.
I'm done with this one.
Chop you down. Missed. I started late. I'm gonna do 8 o'clock, so probably another 15 minutes or so. Or until I find a stopping spot, like a saving spot. Okay, I'll chill out with you in a bit. Let's see here. Thank you for, hanging out with me, guys. I really do appreciate that. I think I need to buy more clumping litter. Yeah. Moral checks in turn units. Let's see. So I think I read that. But I do allow that. Moral checks in turn your units against you. And those system of games are separating campaigns. You can level up your skills or upgrade your kit. You can develop 𝕽𝖆𝖊𝖊. Actually steal weapons for enemies. Okay, that's pretty cool. You know, one game I really want to play again, I want to play the original _Mordheim, right? Like like Warhammer, it's like Warhammer Fantasy Skirmish, but it has like a little like narrative aspect to it, where between each mission you set up, you can, you know, roll stuff, you can role play a little bit, and you can earn more experience for your team that can, you know, die and get swapped out for stuff. But it was a Warhammer Fantasy Skirmish game, right? When I had my 3D printer running, I was actually making up models for a Mordheim game just to play with my wife or like friends or something, like a casual game whenever they decide to come over. But I wanted to do, there was a halfling. There was a halfling, the rules for a halfling warband for Mordheim, for Warhammer Fantasy. And so I have like my little ninjas and stuff like that, like cooks. I think I have my cook somewhere around here. I haven't actually painted them up yet. Here's my cook. Yeah. They're all catching. I haven't even finished painting them. But I have my little halfling cook is a support unit. He's carrying his pod around. But yeah, I was going to do a halfling warband, make an Amazon warband for my wife, which is just has like, instead of like, I think it's like you can get, or well, no, I was gonna do a witch hunter's army for my wife, but make them like cats and like Amazon themed, I want to say, and I was gonna also do like goblins, but I just need to actually spend some I really have to spend some time and like fix my 3D printer again. I really do miss doing that. I really enjoyed doing a 3D printer, but we got like the really kind of, I won't say cheap, like a less expensive one, you know, more reasonably cost one, so it tended to like break down pretty easily. But Mordheim, it's computer. Yeah, I know. I was thinking about actually playing Mordheim. I don't know. Other skirmish games. You could also do Mordheim on what was that one? Not, I keep want to say Toy Box, but there's another app that lets you kind of like play a bunch of board games online. I know Mordheim is with that, but yeah, I really want to play Mordheim. You know, I was thinking about at some point when I first started streaming, like how I can do a Mordheim, like a community Mordheim event. Like either do, I'm not sure how I'd do it. I'd have to have like a specific app where they can actually, players can vote on like directions to move each individual units. But I wanted to have like my warband and like a friend's warband, and have like a long running game where people, you know how you can, some people do chess matches over the course of like days. They take their time and actually picking out certain actions. I wanted to make it something like that, but with Mordheim. Does that make sense? Where my streaming community could actually log on and like vote for, you know, directions or influence the directions like their army could make, right? So I don't know, maybe I'll figure out how to do that. There's got to be some app that has kind of something similar going on there. But let's see here. We can do Pascali-Poo. Gonna go over here, and you can use more of the.
As the tactical imperative dictates.
Use more of that, and you can use this. Oop. But no, got this. Yes, shotgun. Nice, and you can do this. Cool. And Meadow Guard. Meadow Guard. Meadow Guard. Let's see, slash kill you.
My enemies tremble at the sound of my steps.
Yeah, my guys are doing a lot better now. Like the difficulty curve is like really went down. That I actually know what I'm doing. Well, no, now that I actually have like more gear and more skills to use my characters how I want them to use. Yes. Officer Molly. Might as well. There's only one guy left. And then do boop-a-doop-a-doo. Surefire, yes. Get some torches.
Actions will speak louder than
you can do charge. 2. Here we go, cool. Fun. Cool.
I'll lay
Safe.
claim to the stars.
I love gang skirmisher games. I love them too. For Computer Mordheim, I would suggest the team. For the Computer Mordheim, I would suggest the Steam computer game. Kind of bad graphics, but perfectly streamlined. Yeah, but there's also Roll20. Yeah, that's true. What am I thinking about though? But it is. Anyways, there's the app. I can't remember what it is. It's pretty popular. You can play board games with a lot of people, but eventually I'll figure out a way. Somehow, we can play Mordheim with the entire streaming community. Who knows how, but somehow. A new Mordheim is called Warclans or something like that. That sounds right. Okay, so they fixed the T-posing on these guys. That's good. Circular Cogitator. Saved, right? Let's see, 19, we got 10-ish more minutes. Machine's altar is operational, but you only respond to a special command that you do not know. To make this machine spirit do your bidding, you need to know the correct prayer. The sentinel will ask for a password. Okay.
A new challenge for me?
Data altar of sacred analysis. Because of course. We got trash. Yeah. Tin cans. Pretty much. Data altar of sacred analysis. The Cogitator's green screen lights up as you approach it and displays a flashing message. Pilgrim, only the words of the first galvanic hymn will reveal to you the gifts hidden behind the veil of knowledge. Now chant with me. Let us sing the canticle too. Oh no. Pascal, can you remind me how this hymn goes? Pascal's voice lets out a noisy groan as if clearing his throat, but then stops abruptly. After a brief pause, he averts his gaze and says in a reaping voice, "It is not known to me." Oh my lord. Pascal. Heretic. No. It is not known to me. Only the high-ranking servants and shrines of the energetic prosperity are permitted to perform the first galvanic hymn. Yeah. Closed circuit will interrupt a prayer. Let's not do this right now. Let's come back to it. So, I do not remember what it is. Wear my snake ear class upside down today to test out if it's too heavy. My, Winter, my wife, she's actually experimenting on some different earrings and stuff. She's been shopping around quite a bit on that. It's nice to see you again. Toodles. Likewise, Dom. Glad you're doing well. Always rooting for you. You know that.
It's about time.
Okay, we can't go here. So we'll go here. And I guess we're going to get intentionally ambushed, right? Nothing else we can do. Yeah. Cool. Let's do
No suffering
Maui.
will make me forget his sacred words. Burn the heretic. Kill the mutant. Purge
Tech
the
use
unclean.
45. And we'll do
We must act.
this.
Follow my lead.
And
Heresy
Adira.
grows from-
Did you want something?
And Pascalipoo.
For the Emperor!
Uh,
That's
What ails you?
Eric's.
I'll take it from here.
Save. Me, not the face. Yes. Okay. So, just run in and like do this really quick.
Operation successful.
What does it say? It would appear that appears to damage the motive force components to turn them into a trap for intruders. That's great. Can I shut this down? Without... Let's see here. How about...
My faith is my shield.
That's...
The Emperor commands.
we have the natural one should be over there, hanging from the rack, and the other one is in the closet door top shelf. The natural one you can spray on the cats. Okay, cool. I think it probably zaps every turn, I would assume. Battles. Pots. Go over here. Pascalipoo over here. And got some melee stuff to do with you. And it's not going to have cover no matter what. Whatever. That's fine. Molly Prickleberry, that's fine. Adira, go here, that's fine. Good setup. Cool. How many guys? Not as much. Cultist Fighter, Cultist Gunner, Cultist Gunner, Cultist Gunner, Cultist Fighter.
I serve the ruinous powers.
Follow my lead.
La 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 la. Okay, we're gonna do, yeah, we'll just do a sniper. I guess, like, so far Captain Guppo has been like a spotter for my sniper. Very kind of interesting little setup. Voice of command, push themselves, or I can do resolve by 4 until he figures on the voice of command. Yes, do that. Boop. And we can do you.
Already done.
And then we can do toot. That's for this. Yes. 95.
And
Cool.
so,
Cool. And you. Cool.
Out of my way.
Out of my way. How dare you, sir? Stop praying. Stop that. Stop it. Okay. You're still gonna... can't zap these guys, can you? Can you zap these guys? Oh, you can. Okay. So zap.
There is movement in the Empyrean.
And blind. Can I blind any of these other guys? Not within line of sight, probably. Move anything else? No.
Will do.
Did I wait? Did I use Psychic Shriek on Pascal? I think I did. No, wait, no, I didn't. I used okay, cool. Thought I accidentally clicked on the wrong thing. Yes.
But of course.
Stay vigilant.
Oh, sniper. Not fun. Pots. Middle guard commander. Get some more points. And charge my friend. Charge a doodle. Oh, I hit the wrong thing. That's fine. I'm hitting all sorts of weird things today, aren't I?
actions will speak louder than words. Let this be the warning to all who oppose us.
Cool. Doing good. Doing good. Hey, Katsuki. Hey, what's going on, Katsuki-san? Good to see you. How's it going? How's life? Let's see here. Sworn enemy. Can I do... not close enough? Okay, that's fine. Kind of want to get out of this area. Can do this. Heal Pascal.
Your wounds shall not be your end.
Integrity factor.
And then do... got two more. I can do this. Surefire Plan. And then what else? Got Cultist Gunner. Who's going next? Let's see here. You are over here. You can't really make it. Nope, nope. Cover 48%. 48%. Try it. Nice. Cool. Katsuki-san. Want to start my first daring playthrough. Okay. What do you have you decided on what you're going to play? Like in terms of your party makeup? What your main character is going to be? Assuming you're talking about this game. Pascal. He's gonna have to run in to avoid the electricity. Go like this. I can do... Yeah, I have to go here. I can do this. And then... Shotgun. Oh, that's 14% though. That... Do... 54%, 28%. Gonna do... I can do that. Can do... machine... Oh, enemies recoils increased by half for 5 rounds. I think they're all snipers though. But let's do... It's a lot though. Let's do. We got 4 AP, so let's do... first off, let's do... Reduce the damage dealt with the target's attacks by 15% for 1 round. Targets with... Okay, let's just do that. Machine Spirit Banishment. We'll hit both of these guys. We should have been able to attack them. I thought... I could have sworn whatever. 54. That's fine. And then we'll do... this. Joint analysis, and we'll do... joint analysis. And then we'll get shot up. Oh, no! Okay, that's fine. We're fine. We're fine. Psyker, not sure what kind. What kind of character you like to play? Like just in any RPG? And what have you... I don't know. Like, generally when I'm starting a new game like this, the new role-playing game, I'm like, what have I not played in a while? What kind of role do I want to do? I kind of feel like mixing it up a little bit, that sort of thing. Let's do... First off, let's heal him, right? What can I do? Hold on. I do this. I can't get to the cover. That's fine. I can do heal.
The Emperor is on our side.
And then I can do... We do like this. Siphon life. 28%. I think it automatically hits. I don't know why it says 28% chance to hit. It's like not accurate at all. And buff. To do this. Word of the Emperor. I know. Allies in the circle and gain +1 to resolve until the end of the combat. Each additional stack of this effect increases the resolve bonus by +2. So I forgot I can keep doing Word of the Emperor. That's pretty good. It is a pretty good spell. Katsuki. Origin, World of the Forge for that crit bonus on intelligence. That's pretty good. So if you're doing intelligence, you can do a decent amount of stuff. Because I think operatives use intelligence. I don't know if officers use intelligence too, but I think operatives. I don't know. The new class that just came out, Overseer. I don't know if that uses intelligence or charisma or fellowship rather, but yeah, intelligence I think uses some talents use in some. Yeah, the operatives use intelligence. I think officers might use it, and I'm not sure if overseers use intelligence, but that's something you could think about. Are you doing melee or are you doing range? I mean, you said Psyker also, so perception. I think Psychers use perception, so operatives would be good. I was saying earlier in the stream that operatives are good when you pair them with other operatives, because you get that stacking bonus that's always up, and you can have it like spread around. And then with Pascal, if Pascal's in your party, you can have that thing where... well, no, actually, I don't think... Joint analysis... I think joint analysis might just be for Pascal. But joint analysis allows any other non-operative to use stacks of analysis for a damage buff, right? I think that's pretty good. But your Psyker... Did you say I don't know if you said if you're a melee Psyker or a range, but if you're doing range with Forge World, then you can do... I think operative would be pretty good if you're looking for like a sniper or an assassin build. That would be pretty good. Plus you can do... Yeah, operative... It'd be operative, sniper, sniper specialization. Plus you can do... get like plasma or melta for like a secondary weapon if you're looking to like for armor pen, and then you can do what was it? The divination discipline, because divination gives you a bunch of perception-based hits, and you can ignore cover also. And eventually, you can bulk up your agility, and do what I'm trying to do for my melee psyker is I'm trying to do divination, bulk it up to that one ability that gives you additional. It starts increasing your turn order as the combat goes on. And if you get like a very high agility score, you can potentially get 2 turns in combat. That's the way I read it anyways. But that might be kind of fun. Like a sniper operative. Or you can do sniper, or you can do operative dual pistols. That'd be kind of fun. There's actually a dual pistol item later in the game. I think in like Act 3 or 4. Where if you're closer to the enemy, you can get additional damage for dual pistols, and I think, it's a dual pistol holster as an accessory, and you can do, I think if you dual weapon pistols, you get like a AP reduction. I think that's what I'm thinking of. So you can do an operative with dual pistols. They can jump in and out of combat. You can also pair that with, because I think operatives can go to bounty hunter, and bounty hunters can get. Bounty hunters are arms master. I think they can go into arms master, but one gives you a kick, so you can do kick him out of melee combat, and then like pow pow, like dual pistols. That's pretty fun. Overseer uses toughness. They use toughness. That's boo. Additional armor sounds too good for a build. And Psyker Overseer. That'd be cool. I think that's interesting that it's toughness based, because I was thinking about doing my Rogue Trader in this playthrough, having him go Overseer with Cyber Eagle, just to play around with it. But I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do. Still ways off. No, Pascal! Stop dying! That was kind of my fault, actually. I mean, like, when I had him here, it said he was able to reach both characters with his shotgun, but whatever. Fine. Uh-oh. Okay, so Molly needs to get the F out of there. Let's do. This is not cover, but okay. Let's see. Let's see.
My tactics are flawless.
Cool. And this. Yes, hit.
Suits my purpose.
Cool. Get an extra attack.
Not a problem for me.
And you.
And so shall step
Cool.
toward
And then,
our ultimate
yes,
victory.
get out of here.
Actions will speak louder
Cool.
than words.
Cool. Adira, she can't get out of here, can she? Let's see, can you find anyone else? Oop, nope. 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 Can you reach here? Nope. No line of sight. Okay, so if that's the case, let's do Molly.
I know what is to come.
And can't reach. Can I do? No, can't do anything. It is what it is. 2 more guys.
I won't die here.
God damn. Okay, let's do over here, and then do this.
May the divine's will be done.
Cool. Try not to die. And that's in charge.
And
Yes.
so shall it be done.
Excellent. Katsuki, Forge World has 3 bonuses depending on what kind of stat you want to use. For intelligence for crit, armor for tough, and MP for movement point dodge for agility. That's pretty good. Yeah, Forge World is pretty good. I also remember that Forge Worlds also get bonuses from Plasma and Melta, right? So you can also do Plasma or melta pistols, like dual weapons. That'll be fun. Like plasma. I think. See, I'm not sure if, because you just said psyker, but not specifically what discipline you were thinking of. But I think pyromancers do get bonuses from plasma, melta, or flame, right? But anyways, you can use some energy weapons for dual pistols for operative and psyker, which would be kind of fun. Let's see. Cool. Molly, get into some cover. Get into some cover, Molly. Get into some cover. I think I'll wait on that until she can get this guy out of the spot there. Let's see. 48% chance. Oh wait.
I will not be deterred.
There we go. Cool.
Has failed you.
And go here.
Rejoice in service.
Dash is pretty good, actually. Wait, let's see. Do this.
And so shall it be
bonus
done.
damage. Snipe. There's some pretty good sniper rifles in this game. Like, I kind of slept on sniper rifles my last playthrough. They were pretty fun.
Actions will speak louder than words.
Get another one?
I will not be deterred.
Yes. Cool.
Step towards
Nice.
our ultimate victory.
Oh wait, there's still another guy. Where is he? Oh, you smelly willies. Totally forgot about those guys. Let's finish up this combat and then we can actually end the stream. That's additional armor. Okay. Anyone need healing? I think we're all good for the most part.
Get me a target.
Okay, and I'll heal. Didn't I give him some healing items? I thought I did.
Let's see to it.
Maybe I just be crazy. I'm gonna kind of miss Heinrich when I kick him out of my party. Let's see. Melee. I only have one melee guy.
For the throne's glory.
Cool. Get out of here. Stop it. Ah, what the? There's another one! I didn't even notice. Ouch. Help! Emperor! Okay, that sucks. Okay, Molly, help! Let's see here.
Suits my purposes.
Oh, Streamboo, what's going on? I'll ban you every single week, Streamboo. You keep on coming back. But you're almost a member of the family, Streamboo. Wait, what is it? What did Streamboo make for his name this time? Waving, wearing, no, it's fine. Bye, Streamboo. Gonna make an officer overseer out of him. That sounds pretty fun. Are you going to be doing melee, or are you going to be doing range, officer overseer? Okay, let's do. Can I have her run and not die? Crap. Do here. Don't die! No! No! There's no way. She would have died no matter what. Let's see here. Boo.
Already done.
Gotta get him out of here. Can I see you? Oh, I can see you.
Was it you? Or
Can I do way too far out of range? It's like a mile away. I'll just wait until the electricity goes away.
I am the chosen weapon that will crush the heathens.
Okay, probably can't reach. That's fine. Gunner, get out of my face. Hi, Ricky. Ricky! Wait, I can do this.
But of course, Lord Captain.
Endure. That's... And then I can do charge in.
I need a foothold.
Ouch. Oh my god! Why was it so bad? Okay, well... God damn it. I can always head back to my ship after this. After the stream, I can head back to my ship and I can heal all these guys. Ah, boo! This is going so well, too. Because it offers fellowship is halved, that's fine. Crap. Let's see here. Doop. And doop. Yes.
My time is now.
That's fine. Oh my god, there's another one. Wait! How do I turn this off? Am I crazy? Was there a way to turn this off? I don't remember having this much problems last time. Okay. What was wrong? Overseer uses intelligence? Oh, Overseer, definitely then. I'm going to do a range striker. Yes, that sounds good. Cool. Sniper? Or are you thinking about more like a specialist weapon? Okay. Well, you can't move here. Okay. Do... Or... Go here. Or down here.
The Emperor commands.
The Emperor commands.
Okay. Can't do anything. That's fine. Help me! Okay. Let's see here. Dope. Dope. Okay, I can do another one. Wait, you can't do... Wait. Boo. Can't move, can't charge. Ah, boo. It's fine. Do two endurance,
so
I
shall
guess?
it be done.
Cool. Whatever. Your buff? Yes.
All too easy.
Oh, too easy. Dear, yes.
Not a problem for me.
Cool. And we need to get the F out of here. Can you do anything else? Nothing else I can do. Let's see, do you have the dodge? You have the dodge. Do you have the dodge? You don't have the dodge. Lost 3 guys. Oh my lord. Okay. Okay, cool. Now I can do this. Doop. And charge. Yes.
Your end is nigh.
Cool. And can I... Nope, can't do it.
Rejoice in service.
Alrighty, Roo. Doop.
Actions will speak louder than words.
And up.
You have
Cool.
been judged and found wanting.
Boop. And... No, he's not going to do it. Nope. Boop.
And so shall it be
Cool.
done.
Bonuses.
Break their morale.
I don't like you. Stop it. Wait. Okay, I can move. Cool. Okay. Oh my
See
lord.
how they respond to this.
Let's see. Can I do? Is it 18% chance to hit? 14% chance to hit? Can't really do anything. It's too bad I can't like aim over this crate. But I am kind of short, so I guess that makes kind of sense. Can I buff my guys anymore?
Suits my purposes.
Cool.
Already done.
Yeah, whatever. Cool. Dear, let's get the F out of here. Can I do
What is this?
do this and then next turn I'll move around? What is this? One exploit all enemies in combat that makes a free attack against the target. The target always hits. Until the end of combat, the operator's attacks cost 1 AP more. Nah, that's fine. Okay, cool. Range striker. So I put 2 in both intelligence and willpower. Sounds good. Where I spend my last 2 points. Okay, interesting. How does 1 in fellowship and 1 in toughness sound? Being fellowship back to base and toughness. It depends on, I don't know. I think depends on what difficulty you're starting at. I feel like 1 point in toughness early on higher difficulties isn't going to make that much of a difference. I think if you're playing on a mid to lower level difficulty, yes. If you're playing on a higher one, I think just damage would probably be better, damage and accuracy. But I don't know if anyone else would have a different opinion on that. Okay, what do we got? We are going to do... Get him. And is this zippity zapping? Can I make it... I think I can do... I can go... Oh, yeah, that's right. He has a long charge.
I will not be deterred.
Cool. Oops, forgot to do that. Ouch!
Flesh means nothing.
Okay. Go here. And then can I do... Okay, I can buff him up. Good, 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 good. Good, good. Can I go any further? Nah. Let's do this.
Never wavered in the face of adversity.
And do this.
Suits my
Get him to charge in. Okay, charge.
The Emperor commands.
Cool. And endure. Cool. And can you actually make it? Oh no, see, yeah, I was wise to not end my turn right here. I'm a very wise person. I don't know if you guys knew. I'm very tactically sound. I'm playing 3D chess with this computer. Doesn't even know what I'm doing. I don't even know what I'm doing. Okie dokie.
And so shall it be done.
Then we do this. Cool. And then that's fine. Cool.
Actions will speak louder than words.
Taunts. Okay, cool.
Has failed you.
Okay. Everyone's up. That's good. Wait, stop. Pause. Okay, get out of the shocky shock, please. Who's here? Okay, cool. Thank you. God damn. Okay, broken bones and all that stuff. Makes perfect sense. You've been electrocuted to almost to death that you're going to have a few broken bones. Play on daring, 1 above normal. Yeah, so I think that putting it, let's see, where are your options? Let's see, 1 point in fellowship, 1 in toughness. I think, let's see, what did you say you were doing? You were going to do, what did you say you were going to do, an operator? Operator, or operative? Operative, overseer? Is that what I thought you said? Let's see. Range psyker. But yeah, officer, overseer. Okay, so officer, overseer. Okay, so that's intelligence, and okay, so I see what you're doing. So stat wise, I mean, fellowship is always going to be really good. 1 point toughness, 1 point fellowship. What else? I think just, yeah, I guess that's fine. Depending on your ballistic skill, probably your ballistic skill. But if you feel more comfortable doing toughness, then toughness is fine. But it feels like you get, I don't know, I guess I did level up toughness once in my playthrough, like early in the game. Because your wounds are pretty low early in the game. You get, like, like killed pretty quickly. Anyways, let's level up and then we can end the stream. Let's see what's going on. Okay. Officer, Air of Authority, get back in the fight. Officer encourages an ally who immediately recovers from burning, bleeding, toxins, stun effects until they are. If target is under voice of command, they also gain +6 temporary wounds. That's pretty good. There's a little bit of a small heal. +6 temporary wounds. And it's controlled by willpower. Okay. Willpower, so that's good. You break their ranks. The ability can only be targeted on allies who have enemies adjacent to them until the start of the next turn. All melee attacks made by the target deal additional damage equal to 2 multiplied by the number of enemies adjacent to the target when this command is used. Move. The officer immediately grants an ally additional movement points equal to fellowship bonus. The target can only use movement-based abilities. Take aim. Target's next attack will ignore cover and will have double their effective distance. That's pretty good. Like, if you really want to make a sniper team, this can actually be pretty good. The target's next attack will ignore cover and will have double the effective distance. If the target is under voice of command, this attack will additionally ignore enemy dodge and block. That's pretty good. Additionally, the damage from this attack cannot be reduced below 45% for any reason. I'll get back in the fight. That's pretty good. And then you do something familiar. Kickback, spare magazine. Forza World characters first reload in combat costs 0 AP. Reloading weapon grants an additional +10. Stacks never stop shooting. It's probably something better I can use. Let's see here. Where the game doesn't hold my hand, him decided to put into ballistic. You're next. You're next might be good too. If servant has less than 30% maximum wounds, then the noble can use serve me once more in battle. Designating a new servant and removing the effect from the previous one. Okay, so I'm assuming that happens if you're like KO too, because that would be technically under 30%. Chain weapon, combat master, during dual weapon combat. Grenadier would be good. I think I'll do you are next. So Adira. My dear Adira, joint analysis would be pretty good if I'm not going to be having Pascal anymore. Okay, so yeah, joint analysis operatives can use joint analysis. It wasn't like a Pascal only thing. And operatives next turn, all their allies gain remove exploits and deal plus intelligence bonus more damage. This is what I was talking about. Yeah, intelligence bonus more damage from Forge World. That's pretty good. Precise attack. For the next attack against the target affected by an exploit, target's cover efficiency and block will be no. Intimidation, operative's next area attack inflicts the intimidate effect on the first target hit by the attack and all enemies in a 5-cell radius. Damage, intimidate effect. Damaging by intimidating enemies is reduced by 8% until the operative's next turn. Negative effect is double for enemies with less than 10% armor. Foreboding. What was I planning on doing? I think it was prescience. Prescience. Foreboding. It creates an area that lasts until the start of the next turn. Dominate. What was I doing? Target must pass a willpower resistance test with a -10 penalty, or the next turn they'll spend all their movement points. Move the closest possible towards the psyker. They can act as normal, but all their MP are spent on moving towards the psyker. This would actually be, I guess, I was saying this could be good with my melee psyker, but I guess he only has divination. He doesn't have mind control. At the start and end of their turn, the target must make a willpower resistance test again, otherwise they remain under this effect. That's pretty good. Mindbound, Mind Rupture. I think I was planning on doing something like this. Psychic Assault, Psychic Majoris. Everyone within a 7-cell cone in front of the Psyker suffers Psychic Shriek damages. Forced to make a willpower resistance test. All targets who have failed their resistance tests are stunned until the Psyker's next turn. Mind Rupture. Target makes a willpower resistance test. If the attack fails, the target immediately attacks its allies after the target suffers Psychic Shriek damage, and their willpower is reduced by 14 until the end of the combat. If the attack succeeds, the target just suffers Psychic Shriek damage, and their willpower is reduced by 14 until the end of combat. And that does... I need Mind Bond or Psychic Assault. Mind Bond or Psychic Assault. Psychic Assault needs Dominate or Sensory Deprivation, which I have. Dominate's pretty good. Perfect timing. Whenever ally under the dodges a period's attack, the weapon carefully, blah, blah. Precognition. The next turn is moved up by 2. Yeah, this is what I wanted for my melee psyker. Once per round, the psyker's next turn is moved up by 2 rounds in the round initiative sequence. The ability may allow the Psyker to move to have 2 turns during 1 round. That's pretty good. Once per round. That's pretty good. And if you already have like, high agility, then you're, it's likely that you're going to get the go above the initiative sequence. Prophetic intervention. When an ally suffers damage that would make them fall unconscious, the Psyker immediately gains an extra turn. During the turn, the Psyker can use prophetic intervention. Restores allies' wounds to the amount they had before the Psyker is used by 1 until the end of combat. This is all pretty good. I think Dominate would be really good. It's just kind of like get snipers off their roost. I think I'm going to get Dominate. I'm going to play around with that. I can always respec if I really want to. Edge of Fate, Fatebringer. Oh, lots of stuff. In my part, let's see, Enforced Reality, Psychic Barrage, Stabilizing Factor, Supplemental Manipulation. Let's do that. And do this instead. Instead of Toughness, yeah. Now I only need 1 awesome name for a Psyker. Got one. Antulis von Leerdrag. Oh, I love that. A Void Dragon. I love that. That's a great name. Soldier. Perception. Willpower. Strength. What was it going to do? Perception. What we have for perception? 60. Willpower. 35. Probably want a little bit more willpower for later on. Contingency plan. I think I'm going to actually just end the stream right now. I'm going to level this up in a little bit. But, guys, thank you very much for attending my stream. I really do appreciate every last one of you guys. You guys are amazing and beautiful people who deserve all the love in the world. If you haven't already, be sure to like and follow and subscribe on YouTube and Twitch. It really does help me out. I'm trying to build up my YouTube following to about 500, just so I can actually, that's my next step for growing the biz, per se. When you put the Catan shard away from Earth, nice. In the inspiration of the Emperor St. George. Yeah, I love that story. I love that I like kind of like the ideas for the Emperor in light of like being possibly inserted into a lot of different stories throughout the history. But anyways, I'm going to peace out. Guys, have an amazing weekend. Enjoy it. I will see you on Wednesday night, if not sooner. Keep an eye on my social media page, Discord. Links are going to be pinned in the description down below, in my about page, and also in the chat right now. I'll try to update my schedule for the next week. I'm not really sure what I'm going to be doing for Wednesday. I kind of want to keep on playing that weird date everything game. I don't know if the views were that great for the last video, but I kind of wanted to just play just because it's just so incredibly ridiculous. But anyways, we will I'll polish off some of the optional encounters on Rogue Trader before we head back to it, just so we can kind of speed things along to the majority of the next DLC. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Stay safe, guys. Take care of each other, and I will talk to you soon. Bye bye.